Yeah. Rock that shit.
Yeah, let's go.
That's right.
Rocket party hard, yeah.
All right. Hope you're all doing well out there today. Greetings, programs, rangers, and anomaly archaeologists out there. Today we are going to be talking about some underdog stories. We're going to be preserving the lore today because it's been hidden from us. And we are going to be talking about a lot of different movies, a lot of different films, TV shows, cartoons, animes, comic books, and even some literature that have gone down in history as some of the best underdog stories in history, starting with the first ever book that we have written, The Odyssey. Right back in the 8th century, I believe it was 8 BC is when I believe the first records of the story was being told. But we're going to be talking about the word underdog was coined in the 19th century. I believe it was 1859. It was basically literally used as the word for dog fighting, as the dog that is underneath all the underdogs. And now it's been used more recently in the film age as a character that goes through turmoils, trials, tribulations, that seemingly has overwhelming odds that we want to root for because it's deep within our soul, within our spirit, according to I don't have the study, but according to a quote that I've uncovered, it releases dopamine. It's literally programmed into our DNA to enjoy these underdog stories because we want to root for the underdog. We want to root for the character that doesn't seem to have the wisdom or the strength or the courage at some point to overcome the odds and actually succeed. We want that drive, and it gives us dopamine and increases our metabolism and all sorts of things. So we're going to be talking about that. But first, I want to welcome to you the KJ Cowboy Dan himself. Thank you for being here.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here, and I am looking forward to a lot of underdog fun. Some fun that you didn't expect to see coming, but we're coming in with a flying V. That's right, just like Emilio taught us on skates. Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right. Good thing you're here. And we have Miss Sparkles as well. Thank you for being here, Miss Sparkles.
Hi, hey. Yeah, hello.
Looking good. Love the picture behind you. Did somebody draw that for you? That woman, the blonde? Oh yeah.
No, draw that for me now.
Who? Sorry. Oh, you froze.
It's very much like those pop culture images that you used to get back in the 1950s. You know,
like the
yeah, that's what it's from. It's from one of those comics. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like 1950s pop image, pop comic image. Yeah.
It looks great. Oh, and you have a 9 of hearts.
Yeah.
Or is that a 6?
That's my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. 4985.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. As you know, I love my decks of cards. So I always keep one handy. So thank you all for being here, and let's go ahead and start saying hi to everybody in the chat. We have with us Jamie Lynn Simmons. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing more phenomenal on this special underdog occasion. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are with you all the way. We have Miss Sparkles doing double duty in the chat and on the panel tonight. Thank you for being here. We also have Gunner doing some double duty himself as he is listening to us, and he is working as always. Thank you for being a supporter of the channel. You are awesome, man. And he sends in his membership for 20 months at the Legend of the Grid. Hell yeah. He says, what a great 20 months. Let's go for another 20. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. let's go for another 20 months of Legend of the Legend of the Grid. I might have to be changing um, the words of the memberships though. So I might have to be changing it to Legend of Nerd Archaeology. So we might be doing that soon, and that way it'll be easier for people to get memberships and stuff like that, because I'll be lowering the minimum, the price, and I'll be able to control it. I think if I clear out all my memberships and then just restart it, but then that'll also take away your 20 months. That's what sucks. Maybe I'll just leave it like it is for that. We'll figure it out. But anyway, we have lemon pie, citrus, hail Theta, hail to you as well, sir. The King Fruitcake himself, King Fruitcake, lemon pie, citrus is here with us. I hope you're doing wonderful, and I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend. We have with us Lombard 1969. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the channel. You rock. Indirect Soder is also with us. Wooden Giga Mesh also be an Underdog story. I do not go. Oh, Gilgamesh. I read it wrong. Yes. Yeah, Gilgamesh, I believe would fall under that I can't think the word that I'm trying to get out. Trope. That is it. Trope is the word that I'm trying to go for. Ding, 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 ding. You have got me. Scooby Pup, howdy from the hospital. Oh, no. You're in the hospital? Our food is actually pretty good. Oh, God bless you. Scooby Pup, you're in the hospital? Oh, I know you had strep throat. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you're in the hospital.
Ask for some green Jello from me.
Oh, ask for some pudding for me. I always loved the pudding. Great stuff. But I'm everybody put in the chat an SP for Scooby to send in some good vibes to her. Hopefully you feel better. Thank you for being a supporter on the channel, even in the hospital. Oh man, I feel awful that you're there, man. God bless you. I hope that you feel better soon and get out of there as soon as possible. Man, I feel awful. Anyway, yeah, I'm so sorry. Are you in the hospital, Scooby? Yeah, she is. Unfortunately, you have chicken nuggets tonight. Well, I hope you're enjoying your chicken nuggets and get your green Jello and your pudding, vanilla or chocolate, whatever you like, and it's on the house. Tell them it's from Theta. They'll know what you're talking about. I'm sure they won't commit you or anything to a mental ward. I promise you that. No,
I hear they're very comfortable. With padded walls, you can just sleep anywhere.
Yeah. I hear they give you nice, comfortable jackets where you can just cuddle up with yourself, and it's
like wearing really nice. A hug.
It's like wearing a perfect analogy, man. I love it. Thank you for.
I don't like hugs.
You don't like hugs?
Mm-mm.
Well, maybe they might invent a jacket that's kind of like wearing a spoon.
Well, we'll see how that works out. Gunnar, we can start fresh. No worries there. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Scooby Pup again. Thank you for being here, dude. Our food fake home worthy. Nice. Take home worthy, dude. Our food take home worthy. Good. Well, that's better than my hospital was. We didn't we didn't get very good food when I was in the hospital with my blood clot and heart attack. But anyway, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Indirect Soder. On second thought, Gilgamesh was kind of a Chad even from the start of the story, so maybe not exactly. Yeah, I mean, not exactly, but
Although the Epic of Gilgamesh does fall under a different trope that we know as the hero's journey.
Yeah, exactly. And like we were talking about, a lot of the times they intertwine. But yeah, it definitely falls under the hero's journey. So, Lieutenant Guillotina is also here. I hope you're having a wonderful evening as well. Thank you for joining us, and looking forward to another stream of yours sometime soon.
At ease,
And Lemon Pie
Lieutenant.
Citrus, Indirect Soda. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And you can always support the channel with a direct PayPal, Venmo, Teespring. I have a new shirt. I have a new shirt. What's the design that my fucking brain? Yeah, I have a new design out on my Teespring, and the code for 10% off is dig in 10. Yeah, dig in 10 is 10% off for the code. And it's like digging, like I'm digging it, man, but without a G. Just digging, or like DIGIN 10. So anyway, you can support the channel all those different ways. Keep the internet going. And yeah, we'll have a good time tonight. I do want to bring up at the very first epic poem that is a underdog story, which is Homer's Odyssey. It is the story of Odysseus, who is trying to return home from the Battle of Troy, I believe is what it is. And he is lost along the way and has to deal with cyclopses. He has to deal with what's the word for I can't think of the word for Circe, the seductress, siren. Yeah, that's what she is. She's a siren.
A mermaid? A mermaid?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, basically, yeah. She uses sirens, exactly. Lemon Pie, yeah. They use their beautiful songs to pull men to the island so that they can seduce them and keep them from going on their journey, and they can populate. And usually they are shapeshifters, so they can turn into goats and stuff like that, and lots of different stuff. But basically, Odysseus is he's facing up against the gods, and the only way that he is able to get back to his home is to literally capture the winds of the gods, because there's a north wind, a south wind, an east wind, and a west wind. I believe the south wind is the one that he needed to get home. But anyway, long story short, it's a great book. I still am really into Greek mythology, and that was one of my favorite books. So yeah, that is definitely the very first underdog story. And I don't know if any of y'all read it. I know there's a new movie.
I read it in school and I don't remember it. No.
Okay. There is a new movie coming out, and
don't remind us.
Yeah, I know, right? Christopher Nolan, who has a history of making great films, is looking to ruin that record of making great films. The Prestige is one of my favorite films. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, Inception, Interstellar, Memento. I mean, just so many amazing films that he has under his belt. And then he goes and decides to make this movie and then put Elliot Page in there. But I mean, to be honest, though, thank God he did do that, because there have been some of the funniest memes that have come out of that casting, of him casting, of Elliot Page, Ellen. Sorry, Ellen. I'm not going to call her Elliot because she's not Elliot. She's Ellen Page, but being cast as David and Goliath. But my favorite is being cast as Conan the Barbarian, as this scrawny little twig with this huge sword, where Conan was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's played, and then they have her photoshopped in there as Conan the Barbarian, and all the makeup and everything. It's the funniest thing in the world. But do y'all KG Cowboy Dan, do you have anything you want to add to the Odyssey conversation?
Well, regarding the new Odyssey, I've seen a lot of memes being put out there onto Twitter, which are kind of funny. At the same time, we did get like some very good versions of the Odyssey over the last couple of decades. And while like everybody wants to as their big piece, and he's looking for an Oscar, absolutely, and he's going about to win an Oscar by doing everything that
hasn't he already won 2?
Well, he's won 2 and he was nominated for like a handful of them.
Yeah,
but like this is going to be his what he says is, in an interview he said this is his magnum opus and he's coming home with an Oscar.
He's an idiot.
And like if you want an Oscar nowadays, you have to appease the committee. And in order to appease the committee, you have to hit all the check boxes that
I guess so.
And right now, unfortunately, with a media that is using weaponized political correctness, they have boxes that don't fit everybody, but absolutely fit a third of the population. And unfortunately, they're going to find out that these directions that they're going is not in the direction that you're going to want to go in. You're going to probably go in and go, this is a interesting take on the Odyssey.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not going to make judgments until I see it, but I already don't like the direction that they're saying, because when they use the phrases we're going,
I will. I'll make judgments before I see it, because I've already seen enough. But
well, I've seen enough as well. But at the same time,
I know I get what you're saying.
When people make statements like "made for a modern audience," this time around, the interview that I saw, he said we're making it for tomorrow's audience. So he's not even making it for the modern audience. That's the audience of the 3% that you need to.
And the audience is turning the opposite way now. I mean, it's not leaning the way that it used to be. It's leaning against this type of stuff. So, but I do want to admit, I think this is hilarious. TCG dude said, "I love that I found this stream searching Theta Nerd." I do too. I think that's awesome. And Orphan Zane, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That is awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. This month has been very, very, very difficult for me. So next month, I'm not gonna. I'm $50 shy of actually making enough to get anything from YouTube next month, but it will be added to next month. Hopefully I'll be able to make enough to supplement that and make it in June or July. But I do want to give you your prize, which is your short.
From stormy fields to shadowed lairs, no wind or shall foul these snares. Let tyrants tremble at my might. Beware the rabbit's lantern light. Your super chats, keep this coffin born alive. Chat your super chats, keep this coffin born alive. Drop your super chats, keep this coffin born alive. Chat your super chats, keep this coffin born alive.
You rock, Orphan Zane. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You're awesome. I appreciate it so much, man. All right. Yeah, and we can also get into some of the quintessential modern underdog stories. I think one of the most prevalent and one that was shown to me in school was Rudy. That movie kind of changed my life. Based on a true story. I don't know how much of it is facts, but I know that Rudy Rudiger, I believe, is what his name was. Wanted to play for Notre Dame his whole life, and
That's right, Rudy. For when you mentioned it off screen earlier, I was thinking of radio, but yes, Rudy.
yeah, Rudy with Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings and Toy Soldiers and Encino Man, all a bunch of those '90s movies and stuff like that. Yeah, but Rudy, he played this character, Rudy Rudiger, that he wanted to play for the Notre Dame Irish, the Fighting Irish. For all of his life, he had memorized like every speech that the coach had made, and he had his whole family was always saying he was never going to play for him. There was no way, and he was too short. He wasn't like, even though he played really well in high school, he was never going to be big enough or strong enough or good enough to play for Notre Dame. And even though he went to Notre Dame on, I believe it was a scholarship that he went to Notre Dame with. No, that's not what happened. He actually went to a different school, but he went to try out. He wanted. I believe he went to get a scholarship at Notre Dame through going to this other school and getting better grades, so that he could get there. And so when he finally got the scholarship, he was able to try out for the team, and he kept trying out, and he just had the heart. And they, even though he never, like, he didn't play on the team, he was on the team. And finally, at the very end, they let him play one play, and he caught the pass and scored a touchdown, and it was like a really inspirational movie. Hey, what's up, lovely Sherry? Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you're having a great Saturday night. I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday night. Y'all are all awesome. Y'all rock. Thank you for showing up and supporting the channel. We are talking about some underdog stories that have kind of inspired us and have kind of been around for, seems like I guess it's going on about 200 years now. So it was 1859 that the word was coined originally, but it's only been like about the last 100 years or so that they've actually been using it in the proper way. So, or in the way that we use, not the proper way, I shouldn't say that, but the way that we use it today as a character that is under insurmountable odds, and we root for to succeed. And
a lot of the modern versions of the term underdog does bounce back to fighting.
The dog fight. That's what I was saying. Dog fighting.
Or dog fighting, but also they like use it in terms of talking about boxers and people in combat style sports, which is kind of funny because most of my list that I have for the trope of the underdog movies are sports movies, from fighting movies down to hockey, baseball. And we were just talking about Rudy, and I mentioned radio, which was a good one. You also have, if you want to go for a little parody that kind of parodies all the underdog football movies, well, why don't we talk about Waterboy, Adam Sandler.
I was going to bring that up later. I
Oh,
do want to comment on this. Lemon pie, yes. As long as it's by the end of May, before June starts, it will be in my YouTube ad revenue. So yes, if it's in there by then it will be. If that would be that would be awesome if you could help out in any way to get to the $100 mark to get YouTube to to withdraw the funds next month on the 21st. But yeah, the cutoff date is May 30 is 30 days has September, April, June, and okay, yeah, so 30 days, yeah, so it'll be on the 30th this month. Yeah, so on the 30th will be the last day at 12, and it cuts off like exactly at midnight Central Time for me. So yeah, but anyway, and I do want to welcome Sig Valdeson. It is best to pray for our eldritch God to free us from all the burdens than Hollywood, than to trust Hollywood to do anything but spit on the corpse of pop culture. That's right. I spit on you, pop culture, you piece of shit. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, let's talk about the Water Boy. The Water Boy.
Oh yeah, Water Boy.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher, and yeah, I was really into wrestling back then. So seeing the Giants as Captain Insano, calling in and talking to him and laughing at him, and great movie is. But my favorite part is when he is hallucinating that the other team is Henry Winkler, and they're all like, "The water sucks. It really, really sucks. The water sucks." And like, oh man, yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff.
Absolutely. A lot of these films, they down to another parody was Benchwarmers, and it was
the Replacements too with Keanu Reeves.
The Replacements, but Benchwarmers, great parody. Has a lot of Bad News Bears, which
definitely
I'm going to mention later on in the episode, because Bad News Bears. Now there is in my opinion, a true underdog story. Then you have like the underdog stories, like your stereotypical gotta get like $3,000. So there's ironically a band competition. We don't know how to play music, but we're gonna start a band. Like that one episode of Saved by the Bell. All of a sudden, they got a band?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of it's kind of like Bill and Ted too. I mean, like they start out, they don't even know how to, they don't even pretend like they do pretend they know how to play the guitar, but they're just filming like themselves, like not even having their hand, like fingers on the frets or anything. They're just strumming, like they just have a guitar in their hands, and they're supposed to save the entire world with their music. And it's it's insane, but it's great. It's great stuff. That's why we root for him, because it's so out of this world. And so and by the way, I don't know if y'all knew this, but Bill and Ted was actually supposed to be Bill, Ted, and Steve. There was supposed to be a third character named Steve in that movie, but they cut him out.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't. And a third character, it would just be crowding in. So it's
Bill, Ted, and Steve's.
Bill, Ted, and Steve.
What the heck adventure? It just doesn't run off the tongue.
Because they wanted a drummer in it. They wanted a guitarist, a bass player, and a drummer. So they thought that a 3-party thing would work, but it would have just been too much. But anyway, yeah, the Water Boy is definitely one of them. I have a couple that we can get into as well. We the underdog story as a philosophical angle, is civilization values cunning over brute force, which is like the David and Goliath story. It also represents the humanity overcoming chaos. Carl Jung said that the hero archetype is incomplete without suffering, and that really goes to say to kind of define humanity in general. Without our suffering, who are we really? Because if we don't have anything that we have to overcome, then we're all just kind of robots. We're all
right.
Just
that does touch on the main character trope. So when you're looking at the main character, it's not a movie people want to see if it's an easy walk from the beginning to the end, where we'll be talking about walking for 3 movies here shortly, but it's like if it's easy, then it doesn't make a good film, and you want your character to suffer heartbreak in order to learn to go to the next level. You want your character to when you're writing a character to have his ass handed to him by the bully. You want your character to be able to advance himself and be able to move forward with the storyline, and you end up seeing like these characters that grow and develop, and you kind of like pick up the certain thing. And the one thing about that we're going to see with all these storylines when it comes down to the underdog character, I really believe this. It's the underdog character is not really an underdog, but he is the character that he is like you. This is a character that is written to engage you, because this character's like me. He's normal. He's everyday. He doesn't have everything handed to him on a silver platter in most case scenarios. And when he does,
and you root for him because of his persistence, because he's overcome with trials and tribulations and people that are better than him, and that's put him down, sometimes, but the persistence and the courage that he goes through becomes his identity.
To quote Qui-Gon Jinn, there's always a bigger fish, but just because there's a bigger fish that can eat
One
you.
of my favorite Jedi, even though he's not true like a real Jedi, he's more of a gray Jedi. But
so there's always a bigger fish, but just because there's a bigger fish and you have a chance to get eaten, you could be a microorganism that while being eaten by that fish, you poison the fish and then you come out in the head. But the flat out fact of the matter is you do have your abilities to move forward, and this is the thing that we all learn when we are watching these underdog movies. Because think about it, right? In a sense, Batman can be considered the underdog. He was a child whose parents were murdered, and he decided to take everything he has for vengeance, eventually getting better and better, and eventually not being an underdog. But he starts off, his character has to start off as the underdog. I mean, by the time you meet Batman in the movies, he is already bypassed the underdog phase and he's no longer an underdog. But when you think about the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, he had to go through these trials and tribulations. He had to go through the training with Ra's al Ghul and learn how to be his character. That underdog has to learn how to no longer be an underdog.
True. And I do have a mega chat from Sigvalson that came in, a $10 super chat. Let's see what it said. I had it just a second ago. That's just my luck. Okay, here we go.
Easier to push the button, Theta. Plus, it's better for you, better for us, and better for mankind.
So we will push the button for you. Thank you so much for the $10 mega chat. You rock. Thank you so much. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, you do end up having a certain thing, and I think I'm ready to talk about it. So
since we're still on sports movies, can I just say one more real quick before we get into any others? Major League. Do you remember that movie with
yeah.
Okay, so it's a baseball team of screw-ups, has-beens, weirdos, just like Replacements and all the other ones. Well, not Rudy. Rudy is, he's not a screw-up.
Ironically, they put them in Cleveland, which even for the 80s, you're like, yeah, okay, we can put these morons in Cleveland. It works.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing is that the whole team itself is a bunch of screw ups. I mean, I forgot Jake Taylor is what's his name? He was on Step by Step, I think, as the dad. Anyway, Rick Vaughn was the main character, I guess, or part of the main character, along with Wesley Snipes as Willie Mays Hayes, raw skill but no discipline. Rick Vaughn is the wild, uncontrollable talent with that weird haircut with the spikes coming off, and then at the end, like, you realize that he has a good arm, but he was too much of a badass to admit that he needed glasses to see. So at the very end, he puts on his glasses, and that's how they win their final game and stuff. It's what I do sometimes on this stream is literally from the movie Major League. Like when I do those puzzles of half naked women and stuff like that, that's literally from the movie Major League. That's how they convince the players to learn how to play better. Is every time they win a game, they get to peel off a piece of the puzzle to see another part of this naked lady. And so at the end of the season, they finally get to see the whole picture of the naked lady with all the pieces and stuff. So I did steal that tactic from Major League. So I have to admit to that.
And Major League stole that from an old bar trope. There was a bunch of old bars back in the day that would do that, and they would do different little contests and whatnot, where they'd have like a pinup girl that was made up for them by like the booze distributors back in the day, and the pinup girls would have like these pieces that they'd take off, and should you tip appropriately, they'd remove a piece of the square from the pinup girl.
Showgirls wasn't Showgirls an Underdog story?
I don't know if they did it on Showgirls.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Saved by the Bell reference. That's the second Saved by the Bell reference today. But no, you get like you got this trope from like particular like with the sports movies where you do have that. We're gonna probably even mention like the Mighty Ducks and a few other tropes, a few other movies that continue on with this trope. Now off stage, me and Theta had this theoretical debate about
Yeah.
I'm not a big
which I thoroughly enjoyed.
I do love the concept of the underdog, but like I'm not a big fan of the underdog in as a term used in real life. In movies, like it's a great trope. In real life scenario, I'm not a big fan of it. First of all, like I feel like as a movie trope, they will always want to keep the underdog as the underdog. And the fact of the matter is your character's supposed to grow, just as you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to get better. And like there are characters that they nerf to a certain point, but they give them everything that they need to succeed in the storyline. And as a human being, you don't have everything you need to succeed in real life. And so like I've always had a problem with the underdog terminology in real life scenario. And I also feel like in a sense the way the film media treats the underdog by wanting to keep the underdog a small little fish constantly trying to survive against sharks, I feel like like it belittles the character, because that character you watch this character grow, you watch this character improve, you watch this character become more of a stable being. And you as a viewer see this character as the like me kind of person, and if he can succeed, I can succeed too. But then they come out with a sequel, and then you're back square one, and you're like, didn't Daniel learn anything from the first movie? You know,
well, it just I mean, I completely agree with you.
You know, I just feel like it just hurts your character. It hurts the character arc.
I disagree. I think it shows that there's always going to be somebody else that is that's better than you, or that's going to challenge you. It's like what I was saying earlier about suffering. About we rate ourselves on the suffering that we've gone through and that we've overcome. And if there's no more suffering to be had, there's no more reason to grow or to even really try to do anything. Because if you're already perfect, if you're already the best at something, then there's really no reason to try to continue to learn, because you're already at the top of the food chain. And I think that's the whole point of it, is that there's always going to be somebody else that is better than you at something, whether it be physical, mental, whatever whatever it is.
Right. And that I respect that aspect of the trope, of course. It's just like
and we have King Style. How you doing, man?
Hey,
Thanks
King
for being here.
We missed out yesterday, but unfortunately we missed out yesterday, but I was sick too, so everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do like understand that aspect of the trope. I just like I don't feel like it works out in real life. Because we have to have reason to want to keep growing, while we are constantly being finding a bigger fish, finding a bigger fish. I feel like the way Hollywood media treats the underdog is they keep on bumping him back down to square one, forgetting that he's learned, he's moved forward, he's done these things. I mean, we can only do so much. And yeah, in real life, we do have these moments where we're constantly bumped back down and we have to go into the sequel and learn everything all over again. And then they abandoned the character arc and they're like, okay, the trilogy comes up. And so we got the trilogy. Everything worked out to a certain degree. And then we have the next Karate Kid.
Well, yeah, I mean that movie wasn't. I don't consider that part of the canon.
What I'm trying to say,
even though it
what I'm
is,
trying to
but
say
I
is like Hollywood just kind of abuses that character to the point where they where he's almost unusable,
Yeah.
and so they finally decided to come back. Like
even though with Cobra Kai they proved that you could bring him back and still have still have that that underdog type of story, even though he's grown up and he's become the Mr. Miyagi, of his generation or whatever. But I completely understand where you're coming from. I see it more though as, instead of being knocked down, I see it as just being raised up more.
Right. I get that aspect as well.
And Osaka-chan, well, thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well.
Hi.
If you want a link, I'll send one to you. I might have already sent one to you, but you're welcome to join if I haven't.
I do believe there is a link in the Nerd Archaeology chat.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. But yeah, I love this archetype, especially when going to see a film, because like sometimes I just feel like that underdog story does not need sequels, and unfortunately, we end up throwing sequels at it. I mean, look at Major League 2.
Oh yeah, I mean it does. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
How many Mighty Duck movies did we need?
Osaka, I did just send it to you. Sorry, I meant to send it to you earlier. But if you want to come on, you are more than welcome to. See, I would like to, because I think that's a weird example to talk about is the Matrix trilogy, because at the end of the first Matrix, he has become the one. He's able to see the code, he's able to take out the agents, he is the anomaly, he is the one that they prophesied about. And because of his choice to not destroy Smith the way that other anomalies have, but rather he imprints his own code onto Agent Smith, and therefore they become a yin and yang of each other. And Agent Smith comes back. He's able to use his new free will to choose to not be dejected into the recycle bin and go back and be reprogrammed into something else. He is compelled, as he says, to reject that and to come back and to fight Neo, because that's what he has been programmed to do, to have that free will that Neo has. So instead of being a underdog at that point, they're kind of equals, even though Agent Smith then becomes available to adapt and absorb other people, just like Neo did in the first movie. He absorbed Agent Smith and took over him, and that's what Agent Smith ends up doing with the Oracle, with all these people, and becomes basically a god at the end. And now we're back to square one, which is he's an underdog and he has to team up with Neo has to make a deal with the machines that he would free everybody by sacrificing himself, kind of like a Jesus archetype type of story, where he sacrifices himself for the betterment of everybody.
Again.
So it's kind of an underdog story back and forth, but I think it works. I like the trilogy. I discard the fourth one that they made, but
I believe that the second two, though, as you did say, he did hit God mode by the end of the first movie. So,
not technically. He didn't hit God mode until the second one, when he was able to control things outside the Matrix.
Right. Well, but what I mean within the world he was introduced as what things were. You were saying? Sorry, Miss Sparkles.
How's G.I. Jane?
Are you talking to us, Miss Sparkles?
Yeah, what about G.I. Jane? Is that considered one underdog? G.I. Jane?
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane. Oh.
Absolutely. G.I. Jane is an underdog story. Absolutely. Demi Moore, great movie.
I thought you were just making noises. I thought you said J.
Oh, G.I. Jane, sorry.
G.I. Jane, you were cutting out in and out for a second.
Yeah,
but
you were roboting a little bit. So
great,
I was like,
underdog movie. If you think about it, right? First of all, she enlists. She goes in. She wants a ranking position where only men at the time in the military were getting these positions in frontline duty. We didn't give women
and to be honest, she is one of the only people that or one of the only women that I still think look sexy as hell with a shaved head. I don't like women with shaved heads, but she looked damn fucking good.
Don't look up any new pictures of her. Let's just say
I won't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave my. I'm gonna live.
She looks like Skeletor right now.
I don't want to hear it. I want to have my image of her in Ghost and G.I. Jane, and I'm good. And what was it? Striptease? Is that the one she was in, or was that I'm so excited that girl?
No.
Which one was she in?
Striptease, right.
It was Striptease. That's one she was in.
Striptease. Yeah,
Okay.
That ruined her career.
Yeah, but she was still sexy as hell in it. Are we talking about Demi Moore still? Or are we talking which was the one where Demi Moore played the stripper?
Striptease.
Okay.
Striptease. Okay, she was in Striptease. The same girl. Demi Moore was in Striptease as well.
Okay.
Good movie for Demi Moore. Bad movie for Jesse Spano.
No, those were two different movies. Okay, now I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay.
Jesse was in Striptease. She was in Striptease as well.
Demi Moore strip movie. It was Striptease that she was in, but what was the one that Jesse Spano?
She was in Striptease.
Showgirls.
Okay, Showgirls. Okay, different.
So
movie.
two separate movies.
Okay, two separate movies. Okay, but Demi Moore was always did like,
and they're both underdog stories. No, I'm just kidding.
See, the thing is with G.I. Jane. Back to G.I. Jane. Her character wanted something that a lot of people weren't getting back at that point in time.
King knew automatically. King was like, Theta, you're thinking of Showgirls. It's like, I've watched that movie plenty of times.
Why?
He's like, I'm actually watching it right now.
Hi, Dan.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Pervert.
Great movie when it comes down to somebody going for what they want. They know they can't legitimately the world is not set up for her to get that. It was a it was one of those it was set up a certain way and it worked. It worked, and the way it worked was to a point where you had historical accuracy, you had a character that you believed in, that you wanted to see moving forward, you had a character that you felt for, and Demi Moore played a very realistic character. And for those people who want their characters to feel realistic, kind of, a lot of people, they want to, while at the same time you go to a movie for a little suspension of your reality, you also want to be able to feel like that world would work
Exactly.
in the storyline. Like at the same time, you go and see Schumacher's Batman, and you're like, okay, this world doesn't work in any reality, not even in the DC world.
The fat nipples and all the neon everywhere and everything. But
right, but what I'm saying is,
with movies like Rocky, I mean, what's the famous Nietzsche quote? Those who can bear any why can bear any how, or something like that, or those who can those who can what is it? It's something like that. Those who can bear any why can stand anyhow. So basically, like if they can deal with if they can those who can overcome any why can bear anyhow. So if you have a why to do something, then the how to do it is negligible. Like you'll find a way to try to make it work, which is, even though the original Rocky, he loses in the end. Yeah, spoilers.
Right.
Sorry, but that's.
Oh, thanks a lot. I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't intended in that storyline for a win. You were working along with the character. Rocky's character kind of always is kind of like losing. I mean, eventually, like Adrian, she develops cancer, and she gets sick in one of the movies, and it's not until he has to go up against the Russian that you really see him win,
Yeah. And then in Rocky 4, which wasn't a great movie, but when he was taking on the protege, and then he proved that he still had it and stuff like that in a street fight,
Street fights are hot.
And I know that everybody says Creed is really good. I still haven't seen it, but Rocky Balboa, that's another one. Like when he came back for a fifth movie, I believe it was. Like Rocky was never like I watched Rocky 1 through 3, and eventually I watched 4, but Rocky was never like a movie that like I got into. I was never really into boxing. Like I liked mixed martial arts stuff. So a good one would be well, no, I guess it wouldn't be a good one because I was gonna say Bloodsport, but Jean-Claude Van Damme in that Frank Dux wasn't an underdog in that one, but
no, it wasn't. That was
They're remaking that.
That one falls under a different trope.
A hero's journey. But I want to welcome Osaka-chan. How are you doing? You're muted, sweetie. We can't hear you. We can't hear the beautiful voice. While we're waiting for you to get your mic set up, everybody go and follow Osaka-chan. She just posted a new video, which is amazing. It's like 20 minutes. It's like 3 different songs, all amazing songs that she sings, and I believe she wrote them all herself. We still can't hear you, sweetie. I don't know if it's the mic. Let me see. But anyway, we'll wait for you. Oh, you were muted. I can't unmute you because you chose to mute yourself. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's get back into the
So depending on the trope, like I mean, you have like movies like in a sense you're looking at like Beetlejuice, for example. Beetlejuice.
don't say it a third time. Don't you say it a third time.
Beetlejuice.
Oh.
No, don't stop. Do you know he'll show up?
I wanted to know.
Yeah,
two ghosts
but
have to learn how to be ghosts and protect their home.
yeah,
And a character that they've Winona Ryder's character, who they've
we can hear you now.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, always. Thank you for showing up. I'm so glad you're here. We've talked about the Odyssey. We've talked about a few sports movies like Rudy and The Replacements, The Waterboy. What else did we talk about so far? We're talking about Rocky right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just going over like we started with the Odyssey because the Odyssey is the first ever recorded book, and that was in 8 BC. The first recordings of the parchment is from 5 BC. But they go along perfectly with the stories that were told in 8 BC. So yeah, we started with that, especially since the new movie's coming out with the strong, independent man, Ellen Page. So yeah, the memes that came out of that are priceless and are going to live forever in infamy. And we have Killer J with us as well. Welcome, Wieners. Thank you for that.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Killer J is so smart.
Yeah,
He just comes in saying the smartest things.
It's such an intelligent knockdown to me. But yeah,
I do not associate with the term wieners. I do associate with being a sausage. They're kind of tiny though.
Well, what about the Oscar wiener?
Only if it comes with a Winnebago-sized vehicle. Like I mean, like the underdog trope. It does hit a lot of genres that particularly, and I was just mentioning just as it does. I was mentioning Beetlejuice, and that one. It's an underdog story to a certain degree. People trying to move forward in a
well technically they're trying to move back.
Well, back, but they're trying to establish their how in a way that we don't usually look at how like things like this work.
And in the same way, The Frighteners is like that with Michael J. Fox.
Well, Michael J. Fox, in a sense, and his character being a kind of a ghost whisperer, in a sense, also a fraud.
Exactly. He plays somebody who uses the fact that he can see ghosts, and he uses those friends that are ghosts to make things happen, to basically create fraud and make people think they need to pay him to make these things stop. So
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, well, Interview with the Vampire, that's not so much an underdog story.
It is too, because if you think about it, Louis lost everything in the very beginning. He wanted to die. Lestat gave him life even though he didn't want it. And then
But
he's fighting his depression the whole towards the end, and then he
She's
finally
got it.
finds the will
The
to live.
beginning of the Underdog. Yeah, it's his storyline
Yeah.
starts off that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost
Absolutely.
everything, and then he wants to seek revenge when they take Claudia away from him. Claudia became his new life. So it is an underdog story. He seeks revenge out for those vampires who wrongfully took away his child.
Right, and
but technically, he only made Claudia because he was desperate.
He didn't really make her though. He was going to die. It was Lestat that gave her life. Look at it again. Who cuts the wrists and feeds her?
Okay, you're right about that. But he does.
He was hungry and he ate her.
He was going to kill her.
Yeah, but Lestat did it on purpose to keep Louis.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I just rewatched this movie, so yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I mean, he goes through ups and downs. I mean, I would say there's parts of the movie where it could be an underdog story, but then there's also parts where he is calm and he's not.
Does he own his vampireness at the end of the movie?
Yeah, at the end of it, he takes acceptance at the very end, but it's only because he was truly free. He wasn't under Lestat's rule anymore.
And then
it took him
Christian Slater
to appreciate life again.
Yeah, and I mean he even sees Lestat and he sees how pathetic he's become. And
you mean Louis?
Louis? No, I'm saying Lestat. I'm saying Louis sees Lestat when he goes back to Louisiana.
You said Christian Slater.
No, because I was talking about Christian Slater at the very end, wanting to be turned into a vampire. He was thinking that this whole interview was to turn somebody else to become his new protege or something. And that remember he says,
yeah, but
my God, I failed
he was never going to be protege. He said he learned enough to be food.
No, but Louis says after Christian Slater says, you want a partner, you want a protege, and Louis says, he says, my God, I've failed again.
Yeah, because he wanted to just get his message through. He wasn't trying to turn Christian Slater. That was the point I was trying to make. That's not the thing. It's like Louis never wanted to turn anybody.
I know.
That's the whole thing of it. He didn't want to share his curse. He just wanted to share his story. Christian Slater fell in love with the vampire lord and wanted to be one. So he's trying to persuade Louis into biting him. And Louis like, you weren't listening to the story. You weren't paying attention, obviously.
Yeah, I would really saying the same thing, but we were just talking past each other.
I would really put more of Interview with the Vampire under the hero's journey, while each of the characters do have their own underdog story involved in it. Like, that's what Anne Rice, right? Pretty much by the time you get to the story that's being told, you're hearing multiple different you're hearing about multiple different characters and their character development. And really, as I said at the beginning of the episode, it does the character development of your character does define to a certain degree every character ultimately being the underdog. Even in some case scenarios, you have the villain who's being who is the underdog in certain case scenarios, because that character also has to grow and develop to a certain degree. And so like with Interview with the Vampire, the main character there is telling you the story telling the reporter the story, and he's really telling more of the hero's journey, where he does cover multiple characters that is developing as well, which
Yeah.
does count as like multiple underdog stories, but in the long run, it does sit there as more so of the hero's journey.
Heroes. And Jamie Lynn Simmons, it's funny you brought up Terry McGinnis as the as Batman and Batman Beyond, because I was going to bring him up as a underdog story. He was somebody that found the Wayne Mansion and found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman, and had no training, and basically just used the suits. And but we can get into that later. What I wanted to talk about after this was some sci-fi things like The Last Starfighter, War Games, Tron. Those are all I would consider all of those underdog stories. The Last Starfighter is what's his name? Aaron brought Alex. Is it Alex? It's something with an A. But anyway, he play. He has that game that he plays, and he gets the high score, and then that futuristic car picks him up to go and save the world as the commander of their fleet, to save the world from. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but basically to save the world, and he's just basically a redneck from this small town, and he happened to be tested on this video game, and he now has to go out into space and fight for this entire species that he knows nothing about. And in War Games, Matthew Broderick's character, I forget what his name is in the movie as well, but he plays a character who is a hacker, and he's messing around with, like, he hacks into the NSA or something like that, and he initiates a program that starts a game that their supercomputer thinks is
Whopper.
Whopper, yeah, the Whopper, and is playing thermonuclear war and global thermonuclear war, and on all of the computers of the government is saying that these missiles, these nuclear missiles, are going to blow up the North America, and so they are trying to retaliate and trying to figure out what's going on, and they don't know who to believe or what to believe, and it's really up to him to get a hold of the creator of the Whopper to log in and tell Jacob, the computer, that this is all a game, and to shut it down so they can so the world doesn't end. And then obviously in Tron, Kevin Flynn, even though he's a superior hacker as well, he is under the control of the Grid and the MCP. So I believe those are all underdog stories. Y'all can disagree on that or agree. What are y'all's thoughts on sci-fi and underdog stories? What are y'all?
Absolutely, Flynn is in this case an underdog. Where when we mentioned the Matrix earlier, the difference between the Matrix and Tron. So Flynn, a human being, gets sucked into a computer, while the exact opposite is with Neo, right? So Neo is already living his life within a computer. He has like accessing like these abilities are a lot easier for Flynn in the long run than it would be for Neo than it would be for Flynn, where Flynn he actually has a harder time if you think about like being a human being in a computer world for the first time, where Neo he lived his life in a computer world just not knowing he had the abilities to do this stuff. It is a complete different
I agree with that.
it is a complete different direction.
I do want to acknowledge Lemon Pie. Thank you so much for that $50 super chat, bringing the amount to being able to withdraw the money from YouTube next month and help pay the internet bill. Thank you so much, man. That helps so. I really appreciate your help. Thank you. This is for you, buddy. Thank you so much for that. You rock, man. Let's find it here.
We're not interested in the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon. It's fixed. Just open the door, you stupid lump. I never doubted you for a second. Wonderful.
Men deactivate the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, my lord.
Good.
I figured since we were just talking about Bloodsport, that'd be a good one to play. Thank you so much, Lemon Pie. You are amazing. Thank you so much for saving my ass next month and helping pay for the internet to keep this show going. You rock, man. I love you, brother. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. You are a kind-hearted soul to do that for us. All right. Thank you. You are awesome. Let's continue. I'm sorry about the
but as for Flynn, I would definitely say he's more of an underdog than Neo was.
For sure. For sure.
If you want to like go, okay, let's say that in a fan fiction reality, let's say that Flynn's digital world is the precursor to the digital world that is being maintained by the machines in the Matrix. Now, if you were to find a way to have some sort of fan theory that connects the Matrix and Tron.
I don't have one with Tron, but I do have one with another franchise that I'm making a video about. For this example, let's just say that those two are connected, right? Okay.
Being the fact that Flynn has to go in and learn all this stuff from scratch, he doesn't have a choice of a blue pill and a red pill to unlock these capabilities. He doesn't have all this other.
He doesn't even know where he is. He
doesn't even know where he is. Basically. Like for half the movie, he doesn't even understand what's going on.
Exactly.
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, that isn't well.
Galaxy Quest is a good example.
Yeah. And it's an example where they're not only underdogs, but the captain, he's such an underdog, and he knows he's an underdog that he's a liar about it. He's just trying to get the notoriety of being in space and saving these people.
Take it to the next level, right? Not beyond that, right? So Galaxy Quest being a similar example to the example I was just trying to make is that Galaxy Quest, they're a bunch of actors who are mistaken for historical figures or whatever, based off from these aliens that came to get them. And
really, the aliens on the ship are the true underdogs of the story.
You know, pretty much you have these aliens on the ship who are pretty much
tentacle,
their entire existence hasn't already been wiped out by the time they get there. But you have the situation where, once again, these human beings who have absolutely no experience other than the limited experience that you have in movies. Like Flynn has very limited experience as a programmer. Most of his experience as a programmer, but he has no clue what's going on. And he's a video game player, so he as a gamer, he pretty much goes into this world as a gamer. The same thing as Galaxy Quest, where they're going in as actors.
Yeah.
Actors are what? Paid liars. And, pretty much Tim Allen's character is a liar.
Yeah.
All the way around.
And he embraces it. Yeah.
Underdog in that same film.
What's that?
The other underdog that's in that film is the fan. The only one who actually believed.
Oh yeah, Brandon. Jason Long. Yeah, the character that switches communicators and has all of his friends.
Every single episode, who knew the outline of the whole entire ship and everything.
Yeah,
they made it through what they did if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, exactly. If he didn't drop his communicator and switch it for the fake one, and Brandon, which is the character's name, but the actor's name is Jason Long. I only know that because my name's Brandon. So, but the character, like the nerd in that, was Brandon. And we have Stupinzo with us now. How are you doing, buddy? We're in the middle of talking about Galaxy Quest as an underdog story.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And
most movies underdog stories? Most sports movies are.
We did talk about Rudy. We talked about Major League. We talked about The Replacements. Waterboy.
I actually showed some
Rocky.
people. I showed some people the Great White Hype recently, which is that boxing movie.
And
that one's funny because it's an underdog
movie. That also
movie.
reminds me of the White Men Can't Jump. That's another underdog movie.
Yeah, but what's funny about Great White Hype is the underdog, he gets his ass kicked, and that's like the joke.
And there was another one that we were just talking about where the underdog gets his ass kicked too. I forget which one. Rocky. Yeah, Rocky, of course.
But he gets the girl though, so that's why he wins.
Is that an underdog story?
He does.
Legally
What's
Blonde?
that?
I mean, most movies are underdog stories. Yeah, Legally Blonde. She's a dumb blonde. She's gonna go to Harvard. I mean, what are like just so many like Mean Girls is an underdog story.
Yeah,
isn't it? I mean, they're all there's so many underdog
but
stories.
there are some that we've kind of differentiated from underdog stories to just like the hero's tale, the hero's journey.
Yeah.
But I mean, we started out with the Odyssey, which is the original, the very first book that we've ever had on record being an underdog story. It was the tale of Odysseus trying to fight the gods, basically, to get back home after his battle on Troy. And
Orgasmo, that's a good underdog story.
Why did you bring up, dude? I was just on Stupinzo's stream, and the way he introduced me is playing a clip of Orgasmo.
No, I didn't. I play the if I bring you on the stream, I play the Green Ranger thing. I don't have any Orgasmo clips, do I?
No, not you. Syphax. Yeah, he played a clip of Orgasmo when he introduced me.
Boy.
Theta, I sent you a message on Discord.
Oh, okay.
He introduces me as
Osaka. Yes, of course. I love Kazuma. I would love for him to join.
You know what else is good is Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. That's a good.
Movie.
Yeah. Same thing with Detroit Rock City. A lot of band movies. Yeah.
I actually have a pick of
reference for Underdog. You know, Jack Black plays a great underdog character. His
Nacho
character,
Libre.
his characters are always like
And Dave Grohl plays a great devil in that.
School of Rock is a good
Yeah,
School
underdog
of
movie.
Rock.
School of Rock is
Absolutely.
another good one.
Uh,
The Mighty Ducks is another one we talked about a little bit.
Say Detroit Rock City is a good underdog story.
Yeah.
It's a
Panda.
band tickets.
That's what King
Yeah, we were just bringing up some sci-fi movies like The Last Starfighter, War Games, Tron,
Insurmountable odds.
some of the last ones that we talked about. Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's another one. He's trapped on this island of where he is. He's like I guess we find out in the end that he is.
Don't say spoilers for people who haven't seen it, even though it's been out forever.
Yeah, it is a good movie. Go and watch Shutter Island if you haven't seen it. It really is a fantastic movie.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I don't like Mark Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo is.
But that was before Mark Ruffalo became Ruffalo.
What's that?
It was before Mike Ruffalo became Mike Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, well, Mark Ruffalo's in Collateral. He's that cop, and that's a good underdog movie because you got Jamie Foxx as the cab driver facing off against like some professional hitman Tom Cruise. And then the best part is when Mark Ruffalo's like, "Come on, I'm gonna get you out of here," and then he gets like killed immediately by Tom Cruise.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're like, whoa.
Now You See Me is another one with Mark Ruffalo.
But I wouldn't really consider Now You See Me an underdog.
No, it wasn't an underdog.
I was just mentioning Mark Ruffalo.
Oh right, Kung Fu Panda. That's another good Jack
Kung
Black
Fu
movie.
Panda. Now that falls under a great Jack Black, also underdog movie. But once again, like I feel like I only want to reference the first one because when it goes down to the sequels, you're like just going, okay, did this character just forget like every single thing that we learned in the first movie? It undermines the character arc when you have sequels like, and Kung Fu Panda 2 is a very good reference to undermining the character arc of an underdog who's learned.
Oh, I can see where you're coming from there. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, how about A League of Their Own?
League of Their Own,
definitely A League of Their Own. Yeah,
great movie. I would say like
that's more historical.
It's
reenactment,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put it under underdog because
it's like they're underdogs compared to the men playing baseball, but they don't really talk about that.
Right,
Well,
but they don't. But they're fighting. They're not fighting, but they're playing against other women who are put in the same position as them.
Right, they're not like the bad. They're not like it's not like
one. That one kid, that one woman who wasn't the prettiest, she was technically an underdog. Kit.
Well, there's also
no. That was the sister. Kit
that was the sister. We're talking about the.
I'm talking about the one who her dad.
The one from Robin Hood Men in Tights. That
yes.
that one. Meridian.
Yeah. She.
I loved Little Giants is a great example because like the whole team is like a bunch of
with,
dorks,
Al Bundy and
Rick
Moranis.
Yeah.
Like
that team is a bunch of rejects. They're the last picked,
Right. That's very good
that
play.
goes back to what you were saying about the one with Rob Schneider, David Spade, and
the Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers, yeah.
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Yeah. Which also goes back to the Burt Reynolds not Smokey and the Bandit, the Bad News Bears.
We're talking about Bad News Bears earlier,
A real funny one. One of the funniest like live action Disney movies is Heavyweights.
Yes.
Is the weight loss coach.
Christopher Lloyd. Yeah. That was a good
one where they went to the fat camp, right?
Christopher Lloyd's Camp Nowhere. Christopher Lloyd's Camp Nowhere.
Okay,
Heavyweights is Ben
right.
Stiller, basically
Ben
playing
Stiller.
the same character from Dodgeball.
Right.
What we're talking.
There's actually a fan theory about that.
Yeah,
virtually playing the same character from.
What does he
Dodgeball.
say when he's like hanging off that tree branch off the side of the cliff and he's doing yoga and he's like repulse the monkey. It's so funny.
And every Ernest movie is an underdog movie.
Yeah, but
Oh, you
but
mean Ernest P. Worrell?
yeah,
it's like,
Ernest-
yeah.
it's like,
Jim Varney.
Yeah, yeah.
Love
Ernest
Varney.
is Scared Stupid is my favorite
Yeah,
one.
yeah. that
Scared
was
Stupid's my favorite by far. And then
Me
there's
too.
Ernest Goes to Camp is good.
Remember when he got the Miak and
Yeah.
he was gonna steal
Mother's M.I. blank
Yeah,
K. What
yeah.
could it possibly
It's
be? I
Miak.
know. Miak.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
Dodgeball. Yeah, dodgeball. That's what they call.
It's literally called a true underdog story. That's the subtitle for the movie.
Yeah, exactly. That is its catchphrase. That's his. Yeah.
And an underrated.
Go ahead.
An underrated film that's also a sci-fi film that's an underdog one is the movie Cell with Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn.
Oh,
that's such a good movie, and the thing is, it came out and it was really ahead of its time. So
I'm going to
just listen to the critics, and they didn't go and watch it because it just said, "Oh, it's Jennifer Lopez," and they didn't want to watch it. But if you actually watch it, it's a really good detective.
It's an amazing movie. It's Tarzan.
It's the same person. It's the same. It's the same costume designer. The same costume designer who did Dracula's cool, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, the armor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a Japanese designer.
Yeah,
he did an amazing
it's the same
job.
costume designer for that one.
And everything in that film is really, really good.
But
so go back and have a rewatching it, you like be surprised, like why didn't people like this one? Because
it's amazing. Me and Ben from Cinema Gulp, we're going to be doing a stream about The Cell and The Fall. They are two films by Tarzan Singh, and we watched it on Cosmic Theta Theater, and we need to watch The Cell. I still have it, but The Cell is one of those movies that's amazing. The cinematography is beautiful. It's so abstract and so horrific at the same time.
You know what also is interesting is
Vaughn did a great job in it.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit for it.
No, none of them did. Yeah.
I think what's interesting is when you have actual like underdog movies that like they're not expected to win Best Picture, but they do, like Anora from a few years back, and Crash. People didn't like that one. Moonlight, Shakespeare in Love. These are like underdog movies.
Crash.
The one that won Best Picture with Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people didn't like that one.
I love that one.
That won a lot of awards, and a lot of people saw it. The thing was, what was hard for people to watch it was so hard and so full of so much hate in it. Like a lot of things. That's what made it really controversial. But it touched on a lot of things that were currently going on at that time. But it wasn't underrated. Like everyone knew about that movie. As for Cell, it went to the theaters, and a lot of people didn't even go or know what it was because they just say, "Oh, Jennifer Lopez." No,
right.
That's all they did.
Yeah, but when I say underrated, I mean Crash. People thought Brokeback Mountain was going to win, and Crash ended up winning. People thought Saving Private Ryan was going to win Best Picture. Shakespeare in Love won. So it's like the movie itself is an underdog.
They just thought like the higher paid one.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Crash had such a huge ensemble cast. It had Brendan Fraser, Matt Dillon, Don Cheadle, Sandra Bullock.
I prefer the David Cronenberg one. That's like the NC-17 movie about the people who have sex in car crashes.
God. I love Cronenberg, but I've never seen that one. TerrorVision. TerrorVision's one of my favorite Cronenberg.
Oh, you
movies.
mean Videodrome?
Videodrome. That's it. Yeah, not
TerrorVision's
TerrorVision. That was like a B-rated movie.
TerrorVision's fun.
What's
another good? There's other stuff like Short Circuit and I guess RoboCop 2 is kind of an underdog story. Not so much RoboCop 1. Terminator 2 is an underdog story. Oh, so I guess Terminator is also an underdog story when you think Kyle Reese,
Yeah.
So
definitely with Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor. Terminator 2 definitely was. And anything after that, I just pretend doesn't exist.
If you think about the Terminator series in whole, if you're not considering
the Sarah Connor Chronicles were good though.
If you're not considering the Terminator, but you're considering the human characters within the Terminator series, that entire series can be listed as an underdog series because pretty much it is the fight between humans and the machine. And
I wish we saw more of that. You know, people being hunted like rats, you know, just like scurrying constantly, living in fear of being exterminated by machines, you know. The Terminator Salvation movie did not convey that in fact, Terminator Dark Fate, I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
I hear some people are
masterpiece.
saying it is better than Genesis. Some people hate Genesis more. But
go ahead. Go Sokka. Go ahead.
Oh, she said, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the things I liked about Dark Fate that I wish we saw more of is there's like a brief moment at the beginning of the movie when they show a bunch of Terminators like walking out of the ocean, you know, like.
Really?
That kind of stuff is so freaky, dude.
I've only seen the clip of Edward Furlong being killed.
It's shortly like after or before that scene where they show the beach.
Just the fact that they kill Edward Furlong in that scene just pisses me off.
But you see, I like Alien 3 and it does the same thing. I like Terminator 3 too because of the world ending at the end or whatever.
Yeah, that was like, I mean, the whole movie leading up to it I didn't like, but the twist ending at the end. I love twist endings. I love when you're expecting something to happen and then at the very end you realize like we were never meant to save the world. We were just meant to survive.
Judgment Day.
So, yeah, exactly. Cool. So I thought I did think that was cool.
It kind of reminded me of like Hacksaw Ridge because like the first half of Hacksaw Ridge is very hokey and kind of like a Hallmark movie.
I never heard that movie.
It's Mel Gibson's World War II movie or whatever, Korean War movie.
Gotcha.
But the point is, the first half of it is very hokey and kind of Hallmarky, and you're like, this is a little cheesy. But then the second half is so violent, you're like, oh, okay. You gotta like balance it out. So I think that's why the movie Terminator 3 is kind of fun, kind of action schlock because the ending is so heavy.
Yeah,
have to balance it out.
There's just such. I mean, because basically the Terminator in that one is just like the T-1000 just using nanomachines instead of liquid metal.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's just kind of like a repeat, and it's just kind of.
I love like movie, so like the stuff I love. So like like in Terminator 3, the TX, or is that what she's called?
TX.
There's that scene where she punches through the cop in the driver's seat. Yeah. Like that kind of stuff about how deadly a Terminator is without weapons. Yeah. But then later, when Arnold's evil and he's gonna go kill John Connor, what does he do? He picks him up and he throws him a bunch of times. Like he doesn't just like. Well, you never see a Terminator just grab a guy and crush his head. You know,
because John Connor is, you know, it's plot armor. You know,
I want to see like a Terminator post Judgment Day movie where like you show like remember like in Starship Troopers, that's kind of an underdog movie too, but like you have like 5 dudes like shooting this thing with machine guns and it's still like that's what a Terminator would be like too. Yeah. Like if you had like 5 guys with weapons and 1 Terminator without weapons and the Terminator just killed all of them, like that kind of stuff is terrifying.
Yeah, but Starship Troopers is, you know, obvious. It's meant to be a play on the Schnazi you know, communist type of.
Well, it's supposed to be, but it isn't. It's like like they stole the fashion from the fascists, but nothing else.
It's afraid. Yeah.
No, because like seriously, like if it was a fascist society, it wouldn't be.
Yeah. No, I'm with you completely. Yeah. They you know, they try to throw the words in there, but they don't really make sense. Like become a citizen and. You know,
it wouldn't be citizenship. It wouldn't be service guarantees citizenship. It would have been citizenship guarantees service.
Exactly.
That would be fascism.
Exactly.
You have to fight.
Yeah.
They keep trying to make you quit. Like you could quit at any time. Like they encourage you to quit. They want you to quit. They don't want you here. Like if you're willing to do it, then you can vote. But otherwise, fuck off.
What made it so popular is Paul Verhoeven and the way that he filmed it. You know, it was a lot like RoboCop. You know, having a lot of even though they're trying to do a socialist, communist type of movie, the whole movie was capitalism. I mean, you know, it was all product placement. It was all like join the army and you know, become a citizen, and I'm doing my part. And
Sargon of Akkad said it best, where he says he thinks that like they mistake fascism for militarism, and they mistake militarism for having a military. Because the whole movie, it's a war movie, so it's centered. The whole movie's centered around the military because it's a war movie. But like when you see Rico's parents, like they don't live under the boot of the military. You know, they seem to be doing well. They seem to, they're not. There's no actual fascism. The only government corruption in the entire movie is when Rico says, "Hey, I want to sign up." It's like too late. You already filled out your forms. You're washed out. You can't come back in. It's not legal. And then out of their own like sympathy, they decide to like rip up his contract and pretend that he didn't sign that. That's the only corruption in the entire movie. I forgot
about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
For instance, when they get their ass kicked on Planet K, Sky Marshal Deans resigns. Fascism, he wouldn't resign. They would say that we didn't lose. We kicked their asses, and we're going to keep fighting. Like, that would be fascism.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%.
I agree.
I never thought about that one scene, though, tearing up the contract. But, yeah, you're exactly right about that. That's a really good example to talk about as far as not being a true. I mean, it is a true underdog story, but it's not truly about communism like they wanted it to be.
Did you ever read World War Z? Not the movie, but the book. No. That's a great underdog story because it's similar to Starship Troopers where. Because the idea is we have, and I have to go in like 5 minutes too, but World War Z is amazing because, it's like read like a Time Life book where it's 20 years after the Great Zombie War and they're interviewing survivors. And
so the book is really about a flashback of what happened.
There's a great audiobook on YouTube with an all-star cast like Paul Sorvino and Mark Hamill and I think Alan Alda is in it. Like it's crazy. No, Alan Alda, not Arkin. Alan Alda.
Okay.
But he, dude, it's so crazy because like in the story, the zombie outbreak happens. It spreads. They call it African rabies, and then it becomes a huge thing where humans basically retreat from the population centers, and they move to a rural kind of existence where we live like in these out in the wilderness, and we have like a new way of life and stuff, and it's like kind of like communes we set up. But then we kick into World War Z when people are like, government leaders are meeting in like submarines secretly, and they say they're floating the idea of taking the population centers back. Like, how do you engage war against 200 million zombies? And there's like a chapter, and this general is talking about total war, and that's the name of the chapter. And he's talking about like how insane it would be to try to fight 200 million zombies because it's the first time we're encountering an enemy. It's just like Terminator. It's kind of like Starship Troopers, but Terminator's more so because the idea is you're engaging an enemy that is engaging in total war, which means every single one of them is fighting 24/7. They don't need resources. They don't need food. They don't need to take a dump. They don't ever need to sleep. So they are fighting 24/7, and every one of them is autonomous. There's no leaders to take out. There's no supply chains to sever. You have to destroy every single one to them.
Yeah, it's almost like the Borg.
Yeah, exactly like the Borg. We have to go back to the ground up and just like redevelop like how we fight. And there's a great chapter where they talk about the Battle of Yonkers where they go do this big military show where they're going to kill a bunch of zombies in New York, and they get their asses kicked because like we're trained to shoot zombies center mass. We're dropping bombs on them. They keep walking. They don't fucking die. And Mark Hamill's the one who's doing the audiobook version of that. And he talks about like what it's like to hear there's a million zombies and they're all yelling at you. And it's so loud, like your whole body's like vibrating in your armor and stuff. And dude, it's a great book. Check out that audiobook.
Oh, since we're talking about books, I was going to bring this up later, but since we're bringing up books, it is another underdog story, The Losers Club. I mean, in their name in itself, they call themselves the Losers Club because they are considered to be a bunch of losers and outcasts and stuff, and that's why Pennywise picks on them. the Dark Tower trilogy. A lot of Stephen King's novels are underdog stories. Even though Danny has The Shining and The Shining, the mother, she is definitely an underdog trying to survive and take care of Jack in the movie. But the Losers Club is a huge one. The Dark Tower, the even though the gunslinger is his guns are made from the sword of Excalibur and can defeat demons and magic and stuff like that. He is an underdog in the sense that he's the last of the gunslingers. His entire army, his friends, his father, everyone that he had ever fought with is dead, and now his one goal is to kill the Man in Black and get to the Dark Tower, and he will kill and leave everybody behind, even his friends, even his quartet, which is what they call it, to get to the Dark Tower, even though he knows that getting to the Dark Tower will be a bad idea. Like he knows that he will basically sacrifice everybody for that. So there's lots of books like that.
I'll check that out. I sent that in the private chat, the chapter Total War. The whole playlist is in there too.
Awesome.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Good hanging
Well,
out for a
thank you for stopping by, man. And I hope you are you going to be streaming later? I'll raid you later you are.
I'll be on Circle of Jerks, but tomorrow I'll be streaming Tales of the Dork Side. I'm going to be eating Sastraming.
Okay.
That fermented stinky fish that everyone talks about. I'll be trying that on the air
tomorrow night. We're going to be watching 1408, and
it'll be like after that, around 10ish.
Cool.
Around this time,
I'll raid you after that. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you for stopping by.
Bye,
and
bye.
Yeah,
see y'all.
Take care. Thank you for stopping by. And Jamie Lynn, these aren't two separate Osakas. This is Kuzama. Welcome and introduce yourself, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi, sorry, I've been kind of quiet. I was actually listening to everything. Kazuma Draken.
Yeah, this is Kazuma. Yeah. He is awesome. Rarely do I get a chance to interact with you, and I'm so glad that Osaka sent out a link to you.
I just want to say that this is probably the first time we've had 3 VTubers on the same stream.
True.
And you're getting more and more cartoon. Eventually, you're going to be full on cartoon as well. We're going to make sure that you're.
It's going to be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm going to be dipped into the liquid and start.
Hey! We don't talk about dip around here. We don't talk
about dip. I'm surprised you don't have an avatar of your Theta sword.
Well, I do. Here, I can switch to it real quick.
Morph it up.
I'll morph it up for you. There we go. There we go. I got my Theta Ranger on hand for us. How are y'all doing, everybody? How are you doing? Everybody all right tonight? I have morphed into my Theta Ranger.
Sorry, I'm back.
Well, now we're all morphed and into our VTuber type forms. I am in my Theta Ranger mode, and yeah, Miss Sparkles, we need to get you a VTuber model so we can all be animated on here together. But
my fat face. I hate my job.
Join the Ink and Paint Club.
Oh, you're beautiful. Don't worry about it.
You do, yeah. You are. You're beautiful, Miss Sparkles. Thank you for being here. Yes.
One of the Underdog movies that I think you would agree with is probably one of the best Underdog movies is Godzilla -1.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God!
I know. I know. I know. I feel. I haven't had the money to see it. I'm.
We can help you with that.
I've been trying.
You don't need money to see it. it's truly one of those movies that after you watch it, it stays with you kind of movies.
Well, where can I see it for free?
We can't really say it.
Yeah,
Oh,
say it,
okay.
but
but we
Message
can
me
actually
on
message
Discord
you.
afterwards.
Yeah, because we
Okay,
watched a couple movies on
okay,
those
I gotcha.
places.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So like put it this way, that movie's so good.
I've heard
that-
it's amazing. I mean, I really want to watch it. I love Godzilla. I love all kaiju movies, Pacific Rim.
It's considered to be the best Godzilla film
Cloverfield.
ever
Yeah,
made.
that's what I've
And
heard.
The thing is, it was so good that the creators re-released it in black and white. That's how good it was. Like it was first released in color.
They're doing the same thing with the Spider-Man Noir TV show.
That's different though. That's different.
That's
That's totally different. That's
different.
not. That's nowhere in the same league.
I know it's not in the same genre. I'm just saying that they're making one version
that's
that's in
the
color
Godzilla Minx
and one
was
that's in
just
black
made,
and white.
It was just made in color, but because it was, and the thing is, a lot of the Hollywood elites tried to stop that movie from coming out because it wasn't made by a big studio or anything like that. It was just made here in Japan, and the amount of money for the
it was
budget,
still amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
it was
came
basically
out
like the Markiplier situation before.
Yeah,
So that in itself,
like that Markiplier situation,
so
and
again,
it came out so
that in
good
itself is an
that
underdog
for the fans they decided to re-release it in black and white for the fans who grew up watching Godzilla.
So that movie in itself is an underdog story. It wasn't backed by a AAA studio or anything like that. It was made by people who actually cared about the property and wanted to make it the best it possibly could with as little money as they had. And it still is. It's I hear everybody telling me it's the best Godzilla.
It is. It was so good
made.
that when the movie ends and the credits go up, everyone just sat there in silence in the movie theater, just watching the credits go up.
That's cool.
And then it had a 5-minute standing ovation from people just watching it, not the Academy Award. No, just regular people watching the Godzilla film. That's how powerful.
That's
it was.
cool.
I love Vestro.
And we have Levistro in the chat, dude. It's been so long since I've seen a lot of you people. Thank you so much for dropping in, Levistro. Hope you're having a wonderful night, man. Thank you everybody for showing up tonight and enjoying the conversation we're having. We are going to get into TV shows now. The first TV show I wanted to talk about is Sliders. Quinn Mallory, Jerry O'Connell plays the main character who invents a technology that they slide into different universes that are the same Earth but with different outcomes. So like every episode they go to a different Earth with different outcomes. Like one is one where they are the dinosaurs still rule the Earth. Another one is people have superpowers. Another one, and his whole goal is to get back to his original world because
he was trying to find his brother
at first, yeah, but then it became just trying to figure out how to get home because there was 4 characters. There was the singer that's never was meant to be a part of the group, but he just wanted to get home. And then there was the professor, I forgot what his name is, but regardless, I would consider that an underdog story. That's a piece of technology that he had created, and he does end up finding his brother, and his brother ends up becoming the main character in the 5th season. I forget why, but it was a great series. Sliders is a very underrated TV show. I loved it. It's up there with Star
It's
Trek.
pretty much the multiversal quantum leap.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Except instead of sliding into different bodies, you just slid into different universes. But yeah, I absolutely love that TV show. And another TV show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's all right.
Even though Buffy wasn't really an underdog, all the other characters were, in my opinion. And another TV show that I would say not all characters are underdogs, but in Star Trek The Next Generation, I believe Data is an underdog because he's trying to become human, and the entire time he's trying to learn what it is to become human. So he's, you
can say that with any given film in general, that they're all underdogs, because there's always that one character that's like that. But what makes an underdog film, it's when it's the lead and you're following his journey alone. Like, that's the one you're really rooting for, is the main character.
But
that's what makes
the TV shows not with Star Trek. I mean, I guess
when you got Buffy, like Buffy's the main character.
Yeah,
Star Trek is different. That's the whole entire.
Yeah, that's an ensemble.
So it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, because as we said at the beginning of the film, it's when you're looking at a underdog film, you're looking at that main character because we want to see that main character is like us, the normal person trying to survive in that reality that we're given in the storyline. And the thing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer is while you would go, okay, she is the underdog in a sense because she's but by the time you get to the TV series, particularly into the third season, she's highly capable. By the time
she becomes girl bossing it, and so you don't really relate to her anymore. The underdog is someone you can relate to and see yourself in their place. The form of escapism, like you can see that their journey is very mirror reflective of your own. But when she's like in the third season and she's all superpower, you stop seeing that. I mean, you're still rooting for her because you watched her evolved, but it got to the point where it just went crazy. So of course they focus the main point on the other side characters afterwards, because they're already done her from the down going upwards kind of thing.
Yeah. If we were to talk about the movie, like the original movie with Christy Swanson and Luke Perry, that I would say is an underdog story, because she's just finding out that she is the the vampire hunter, and Donald Sutherland plays the trainer or whatever you want to call.
Right. But that storyline goes through a very short period of time. So including Joss Whedon's adaptation into the TV series, like I said, anything after season 3, I'd even say anything after season 2, she's no longer the underdog. If you were to say just go, okay, that movie and the first season, because she's still training, she's still learning this stuff, then absolutely go with Buffy the Vampire Slayer in that case scenario. But by the time season 3 comes around, now if we were to have the series were to have gone the way I would have wanted it to go, because once Buffy hit that God mode to a certain degree, season 3, and we have no more need for Angel. We're going to send Angel off to LA, and it's turned into some teen angst film. Will they? Won't they? Who's she going to be hooking?
Yeah, it became basically a vampire version
Rembrandt,
of Rembrandt.
That's right.
Right. So I definitely would absolutely put if they were to have okay, well, this season we're going to concentrate on Willow's arc, and then I would have said, yeah, okay, with everybody going through their changes from Willow becoming a witch and having her as a main character, then I would absolutely put the rest of the seasons in.
Change the name of the show to Buffy and Co.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Stig Molson,
wasn't even supposed
talking
to
about
last
sliders. Yeah, they did just end Sliders because the money got cut, but they are talking about bringing it back.
Yeah, they're talking about a
for
revival
final
series. I'm very worried about that.
I am too, especially now that Jerry O'Connell's been woke with Rebecca Romaine and all
Yeah,
that.
well,
Now,
that's another
I
thing.
would say for sci-fi that was a great show, that was an underdog show, but then got canceled. But then they came back with the movie to kind of give it closure. Was Firefly?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Firefly
Firefly,
was, yeah.
Kazama, you were saying something?
Oh no, I was talking about the Buffy series. Through the whole thing, she was actually supposed to die early, but
Yeah.
they kept keeping the seasons because everybody liked that whole series. Even like the original storyline, she was supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
And it was already set fate, like, oh, you're a slayer. Yeah, you're supposed to kill vampires and everything, but you're also supposed to die. So
Yeah,
the next one
right.
could be born. And she's like, no, it's still living.
Like she gotta admit she liked the money. She liked the money. They kept
Well,
no,
and not
but
only that,
even
it
the
was,
story.
it was getting her other roles like Cruel Intentions and Scary.
Well,
and,
something happened
Scream
though,
2.
towards the end of the wrap up of Buffy, when they started giving her the big movie roles, because now she was like, what's it called? She broke out the WB phase, because like they always like stick the actors who are like in WB, like the teeny boppers, whatever they want to call them. So they don't let them like get out of that mold. So it wasn't like towards like when they started adding her sister and all this kind of stuff. Then they actually started letting her have her time off to do the other films. But for the most part, she was stuck on Buffy.
I
Adding
still
the
remember that
sister
episode of the
character-
sister.
Yeah,
It
that was
totally
jumping
tossed
the
me
shark.
off. Like, wait, what the hell?
I know, right? I know it was. They jumped the shark with that. I mean, they could have done better. I would have been okay with adding the whole storyline with this godlike character to end the series off with. But the way they did it, they dropped the ball. They handed you this like what? Nobody ever talked about a sister. Period. Then they're like trying to like find some way to dance around it, and they
just threw her in the middle of nowhere. It would have made sense if they like hinted at it like from the beginning of the season, like she always wondered like what happened with her mom, like she disappeared, like maybe she had the dad ran off of it, who knows, but at least you know that, oh yeah, there is a sister out there. Like another great sci-fi show that did the same thing that also belongs to WB was Supernatural. It's a great underdog show from beginning to end, but the one thing that they dropped the ball on, but they quickly canceled that out, was when they introduced Dean's and Sam's younger brother, and nobody liked him, Adam. And then so they immediately just send him down to hell. And then you just forget about him for the rest of the thing. And so towards the end, when Lucifer comes out of hell, he kind of jokes about like, oh yeah, your brother's down here. Did you forget? Like, your brother's down here that nobody likes.
Yeah.
But you got to admit
one of my favorite
Scooby-Doo
underdog
episode was the
TV
best episode.
shows is Get Smart. We were just talking about that with the technology, sci-fi technology with the shoe phone. But get Maxwell Smart. He was like the quintessential James, like underdog of James Bond. Basically, he back in like the 60s and early 70s, they had this show Get Smart, and I know a lot of people are probably didn't see that show, but it was on Nick at Night, and it was one of my favorite shows. And to Get Smart, he was also the voice of Inspector Gadget, who was also a underdog for when we get into cartoons. But he was, he had all the gadgets of James Bond, but none of the charisma, none of the he was always on the verge of losing every encounter with chaos, which was the enemy that they fought against. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody was into Get Smart other than me, but I love that show. But
The only scene I remember of Get Smart is basically he needs to get information. So instead of going to a payphone or like
he has a
fax
shoe
machine or anything, no, he goes to a locker, opens it up, and there's a guy right there.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just straight out tells him like what to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
They made fun of that with Inspector Gadget, with the chief constantly hiding in different places.
Oh, and y'all remember the cone of silence where they just sat at the desk and this plastic like tube like would cover them and there wasn't anything like underneath like to cut out the sound. It was, I don't know. It was a silly show, but I love the comedy in it. It was really good. And then 99, oh man, 99 was so good looking. She was a sexy woman. But anyway, we can talk about other underdog stories.
Ready
if
Player
you-
One.
Ready Player One, which honestly, I don't know if y'all have read the book. The book is so much better than the movie. I highly recommend reading the book instead and watch the movie too. I mean, they're both good, but the book
the thing is with
is
the
so
movie,
much
what a lot of
better.
people didn't realize is because they're like, "Oh, this didn't happen in the book. This didn't happen in the book." Blah blah blah. The thing was, the book was
because
written.
the book is just so much
I know,
better. Like
I know, but the thing is, the changes that were made in the film was actually made by the author himself. He told Steven Spielberg, "Let's change this to make it more relatable for today. Let's change this to do that." It was all the author. He was right there during filming.
Well,
so everyone wanted to give Steven Spielberg hatred for that, but it was actually the author who changed it. And Steven Spielberg's like, "Well, I kind of like the book part better."
especially with the first challenge, like when he meets the girl in the first challenge in the book, that was so iconic. Like that brought me so into the book. That made me want to keep reading so much. And like when they didn't include that in the movie, I was so disappointed because that was one of my favorite parts, when they had to go into that cave and find it first, and then basically answer those questions, and the main character answers them first, and I don't know, gets all the points and stuff. That scene in the book just really solidified the entire movie for me, and I didn't like how they switched out the Spider-Man robots at the end for the Iron Giant. I wish they would have kept in the Japanese Spider-Man robot that they used in the live action.
Again, that was also the creators.
I know.
Idea. So it was just really bad. I felt bad for Steven Spielberg because everyone just dumped everything wrong with the film on Steven Spielberg, and he's like, "It was the author's idea. He wanted to change it.
Yeah,
we even told him we should keep it like this," and he kept insisting on changing it to relate to, because he was afraid that the younger generation of today would not know who these characters are. Like they wouldn't know who the original robotic Spider-Man is. They wouldn't get it unless you grew up watching the
and that probably would be
he's not even on air. So
because I mean, in the book, like you see Freddy Krueger in the last in the end battle scene, and lots of other characters, and in the movie you see Deadpool and lots of characters that modern audiences would see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost Miss Sparkles. Well, hopefully she'll come back.
I still think that the Chucky scene though was really funny. That part made me laugh.
The what?
The Chucky part of the film was funny.
Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. Yeah, Chucky, that was pretty good. Thank God that they've been making repeats of the Child's Play franchise, so that the modern audiences would understand who Chucky is and stuff like that.
One of the things that Chucky did, which I thought was really really funny and unique, was I forgot what number film it was because they have so many. There's one there in the sane asylum, and he's going after the girl in the wheelchair, and when there's like multiple Chuckies running around, and they all end up opening one of the cells, and there's a guy inside.
Oh,
and they didn't realize that's the original boy from the first film, all grown up.
Oh, at the very end, the after scene credits. Yes, and he has that shotgun. Yeah,
Well, he was actually in the film itself. Like he wasn't just at the ending. He was there throughout the film. It's just people didn't notice it was him. Yeah, he was in like the chow hall, and then he was there when the maid the nurses were escorting him to his room, and he didn't want to go because he was like talking about they're coming to get me, and it's kind of like a blink and you miss it kind of moment at the part. But then at the end, when they finally make it into his room,
because I thought that the whole thing was like Charles Lee, whatever his last name is in the movie, as Chucky. He escaped the asylum and he mailed himself to Alex, the kid, to finally,
I think you're looking at the wrong one. No, I'm talking about when he was going after the girl in the wheelchair. This is like the little boy's already all grown.
But there was only one with the mental asylum.
The one that goes in the mental asylum. No, there's two of them. It's the one where you find out that Tilly's the one mailing all the extra Chucky dolls to all the
maybe I'm thinking of one that I haven't seen yet.
Of Charles the Killer.
Yeah, Charles Lee
Ray. Just sending the dolls to it.
Charles Lee Ray. Yeah.
When they go into the asylum, he didn't realize the boy was there until like he's like, oh, I was killing two birds with one stone because he's like they were there for the girl.
I must have missed that one then. I know that there was one where they were in the mental asylum and the Chucky doll was there, and he was killing everybody. And at the end of the movie, at the after scene credits, he mails himself to Alex, and Alex has a shotgun as he jumps out of the box, and he just shoots him, and that's when the after scene credits.
Yeah, this one takes place afterwards. This
okay,
is like,
yeah, I hadn't seen that one.
That the little boy has been in and out of mental institutions, so they go after the girl in the wheelchair because she survived.
That's hilarious.
She survived something or whatever it was. So they're basically going after all of Charles the Killer, not Chucky doll, but Charles the Killer's survivors, and they just happen to be after her.
Crazy. And I need to go back and
when they go into that room, that's when they realize he's there, and they're like, "Oh, killing two birds with one stone!" Like they only came for her, but didn't know he was there.
That's
and he's
funny.
he's like, "Oh crap!"
I thought that was so cool. That was so clever to bring him back at the end of that. I need to see that movie that you're talking about though, because I think I missed that one.
It was good. It was a pretty funny moment because it's like.
Cool.
He's trying to like lay low in the asylum. That's where he went to get away from the Chucky stuff.
And Alex was there the whole time. That's funny. That's cool. I'll have to look that up and go and check that out.
There's a Chucky movie, a clip of Chucky that always plays in my mind where he's actually walking around. And he meets a crazy lady, and she's like, "No, you're just a figment of my imagination." And he's like, "Lady, I'm gonna kill you." And she starts talking more, and he's like, thinking about it. He's like, "No, this lady's batshit crazy. I'm walking away."
It's the lady with dementia, the one who, because she was playing with a doll in the beginning by herself, and the nurses take it away, and she keeps talking about her baby. Later on, Chucky encounters her, and she's not in her mind. She doesn't realize what she's even looking at.
That must be the one that I haven't seen yet.
They even kill a doctor in front of her, and she's like, "Oh, you must be taking a nap."
But I do love the humor after like the first and second Child's Play. In the third one is when he goes to the army, when Alex goes into the army. And there's some humor in that one. There's even some humor in the second one when he gets adopted, and he buries the other Chucky doll. I forgot what if his name's Larry or something like that. They buries that doll underneath the swing set. I don't know. There's funny scenes in that, and I love the ending of the second one too, where they end up in the factory where all the dolls are made, and he ends up getting burnt and stuff and melted, but it's a fun series. Like they really they started out very serious and scary. Like but by the end of it, I wasn't scared of the doll anymore. It was kind of like Freddy Krueger after the third movie, after Dream Warriors. It was just kind of like he had his one-liners and it was a joke and stuff like that. But I don't know.
The best joke I've ever heard Chucky was when the Bride of Chucky movie, where she's
Yeah.
like, "Do you have rubber?" And he's like, "Look at me, I'm all rubber."
I'm all rubber. Yeah, exactly. yeah, exactly.
Another good film is well that me and Kazuma knows anyways. I don't know if you've heard of it because it was not really made for theaters.
Mhm.
But Hollywood did steal the idea from this creator.
Repo.
Yep, Repo Man Genetic Opera.
Oh,
And then
Repo
they took
Man.
it and then they made Repo Man. The Hollywood did, and they did it to cut the creator out of it.
Yeah,
And it completely changed
Repo
the
Man,
story.
Riff
and
Tracks did a movie like a riff on that movie.
Yeah, Repo Man was so bad because they stole it from the original creator just so they don't have to pay him.
Yeah.
And so I actually met the creator, and he was so angry. Till this day, he's still really angry.
I bet.
For what they did, and because of it, they made new rules and stuff regarding creativities and scripts. Because he had applied for it to become a movie, and they turned him down, but they took his idea anyways, and they just changed it. And yeah, so but it's
Some
called
of those
Repo Man
movies
Genetic Opera is the
deserve
original film.
to be kind of made fun of, though, like Birdemic. Have y'all seen Birdemic or Birdemic 2 or Replica? They're all by the same director, but they're some of the most horrible movies. They're just awful. They're just so awfully made. But I don't know. Check them out if you get a chance. They're hilarious to watch.
The hero's journey in that one is basically between the father and the daughter themselves. So they're both on their own separate journeys. With the daughter, she's meant to believe that she's been sick since birth, and that is because that her mother was poisoned while mother was pregnant. That it's her fault.
Mm-hmm.
So
not
and for the father
is the virus that spread.
Yeah.
She was born with it, not just catched it.
Yeah, and then the father's guilt is the mother had gotten sick while pregnant, and so he thought he developed a cure to save her, but all it did was increase the virus to get worse. So he blames himself for the death, and he gets stuck on the contract where he basically has to do with this corporation. It takes place in the future. So basically, people who get transplants and stuff like that, you have to pay or you belong to the company. And because he had to help pay for that cure to save his pregnant wife, which failed, he's stuck working for the company, and they keep blackmailing him like, well, if you don't do what we say, we're going to take your daughter away, and we're going to let her know that you murdered the wife, and you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, his cure actually did work, but the company owner turned out to be...
Don't kill the ending, though. Don't kill the ending.
Don't kill the ending. I do want to move on to cartoons real quick while we have 30 minutes left. I wanted to bring up the Transformers, the 86 movie. Hot Rod is definitely an underdog character in that movie. It's I hate to bring it up, but after Optimus Prime, kicks the buckets, Hot Rod gets touches the Matrix and becomes and even though it was given to Ultra Magnus to become the new Prime, he can't use it. He doesn't know how to use it. And throughout the entire movie, which Hot Rod is actually voiced by Judd Nelson, and Ultra Magnus is voiced by Robert Stax, who is the voice and the guy behind Unsolved Mysteries. I don't know if y'all remember that show, Unsolved Mysteries. That was a show I watched a lot as a kid. But Robert Stack was the host of that show.
They still have a YouTube channel that plays Unsolved Mysteries nonstop, 24 hours.
Yeah, great stuff. And Leonard Nimoy, Spock, played
Sorry, I think of Unsolved
Albatron.
Mysteries. It's a South Park when they used them in the South Park people made a movie Dodgeball or something like that.
Oh no, basketball.
Basketball. It's like
Yeah.
the scene where he's like,
Yeah,
he went
I
to
know
the
what you're talking
place of
about.
used hopes and dreams. He went to Disneyland.
Yeah, and by the way, basketball is an underdog story too, even though it's ridiculous. But Team America, you can call that an underdog story too. But
I still think it's funny that the host of Unsolved Mysteries appeared in airplanes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and funny enough, Leslie Nielsen started. He never started out as a comedian, comic actor. He started out as a dramatic actor. So it's kind of funny that he's known for all of his comedic roles now because he started out doing.
Because he did it at such a late part of his career. He was really really old at the time too. So, because all his hair was all white and everything, so that's why people remember it because the younger generation already like.
He was like Steve Martin though. Like his hair went white really early in life. Like Steve Martin, like in his late 30s, he'd already had like his hair was like completely like white as snow.
It was like graying. It wasn't really white.
No, like go back and watch Parenthood. Like he was in his like late 30s then, and it was white as could be. Three Amigos. He was in his.
Oh no, I was talking about the Unsolved Mystery guy.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh
sorry.
yeah, no,
I was like, he wasn't in his 30s.
I'm talking about Leslie Nielsen and Steve Martin, but from Airplane. Leslie Nielsen was the cop in the movie Airplane. But yeah, anyway, I was gonna also bring up Batman Beyond, but Jamie had already brought up Batman Beyond. Terry McGinnis, he's a poor, angry, impulsive kid that finds out that Bruce Wayne is Batman and puts on his suit and becomes the new Batman for the new times. There's a lot of there's an underdog story in the fact that he didn't go training his whole life to become Batman. He kind of relied on the suit.
He was supposed to be Batman. They were trying to make him into Batman before he was even born.
Yeah, and there is the storyline in the comics where he was a clone of Bruce Wayne. But I don't know if that's canon or not, or if that's just
it came out in the
anime. Elseworlds type of comic. I know at the very end of the series, it shows Terry McGinnis as he's grown up, and he looks like Bruce Wayne. So it's kind of up in the air. I don't know what is canon or not, but yeah, I see what you're getting at. And then Naruto is rejected by everyone and has to earn acknowledgement through his perseverance and stuff like that. Another Carl Jung quote is there is no coming to consciousness without pain, which is basically the definition of the underdog story. You have to go through some kind of suffering and pain to reach that clear consciousness and reach your success at the end. And in Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Vegeta are always outclassed at some point and have to raise to another level. Even in Dragon
Yamcha.
Yeah. Well, Yamcha got left behind way back. I mean,
Well, Yamcha
Or
can't be the
Yamcha.
underdog because he never got back up.
yeah, exactly. Yamcha was.
I would say Krillin is a good underdog because
Yeah,
he was like so
Krillin
below, but
is
then he ends up.
Krillin is a good underdog. Like he's one of those that's even in Dragon Ball Super, he still participates in the
Tournament of Power.
The Tournament of Power. That's it. Thank you. And for a human being able to compete with other universes of that caliber, I mean, he obviously trained with 18 to become as like strong as any other human, or as stronger than any human could possibly imagine to be.
Yeah, but if he was in our world, he would be on a list because his best friend's a little 12-year-old kid.
True. Yeah. But yeah, all of those are things that I had written down. So I don't know if y'all wanted to talk about any of those. If y'all are into Naruto, Dragon Ball, Batman Beyond, or Transformers.
Dragon Ball, yes. Naruto, not really.
I'm not into Naruto either. But
classic. So Dragon Ball is like my thing.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z are my thing too.
I watched it in multiple different languages.
And Transformers is my thing. Like over here, I collect and make dioramas for all my Transformers. So yeah, all of those over there are Autobots over there, and my Decepticon shelf is up there. There's my combiners. Yeah, so yeah, Transformers all the way. That's
and
what I
if you're gonna bring up Dragon Ball Z, you cannot forget about Sailor Moon.
Well, yeah, Sailor Moon is definitely another one. Ronin Warriors, that was another one that was one of my favorites. Even though I don't know if I'd call it so much an underdog story, but it was definitely a fun show. I loved watching it.
Regarding Sailor Moon, I don't think I'd necessarily put her under underdog.
Yeah, she was. She was just an average 14-year-old schoolgirl, and then you end up growing with her in her journey to become powerful. But then she has to fight the queen, and she goes knocked back down again. Then she loses her memory. Then they get reborn again. So when she thinks she's finally going to find her happiness, it gets taken away from her again, and then she has to start all over and meet her friends all over again.
I didn't know all that lore. I just remember the hat man. I forgot what his name is.
Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah. Okay.
Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
Yeah.
I always put Sailor Moon under the romance category.
No, that's not really the main focus point. I mean, yeah, she gushes over him because he's a crush, but it's not really that until like towards the very end, and you don't find out they don't get together until they're both adults. So.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Like when you get glimpses of what happens in the future and what happened in her past when she was Princess of the Moon, because she got reincarnated and sent to Earth, and her and the royal court got sent there because Queen Beryl's taking over the universe and killing all the lives and all the other planets. Gotcha. So the other Sailor Scouts are the princesses of these other planets. Sailor Moon is just the princess of the moon and protector of Earth.
Gotcha.
And her mother is Queen Serenity. So her mother used the last of her strength to save all of them, and she sent them all to Earth. And so Queen Beryl sent her henchmen to try to destroy them.
I'm reading Sigval, and why am I not hearing about Robotech and Lin Mimei? I do not know about Lin Mimei, but Robotech, I did collect those. I didn't watch the show though too much. Like I caught a few episodes, but Transformers was my was what I followed. But yeah, I don't know if anybody watched Robotech or knows about Lin Mimney something. But
I really didn't
got
follow
me
Robotech
mad.
as much as I
I
did
wasn't
back
really
in
a
the
fan
day.
of Robotech.
Like back in the day, I followed
oh,
Robotech.
she's the central character of the Macross saga, which, if as any Transformers fan would know, the Macross was the original toy for Skyfire, which was Jetfire in the Japanese version of Transformers. So I do know that. But a young aspiring singer who becomes a massive pop idol aboard the SDF-1 spaceship. And speaking of which, the X-Men are a quintessential underdogs because
Yeah, Stanley never hit that fact. He said he loved writing stories about the underdog. That's why he made Spider-Man to begin with, and
exactly.
he made all of them. And
so,
it's because when he made the first family superheroes, which was the Fantastic Four,
yeah.
but they weren't considered underdogs. They were just more like the
But
the
Spider-Man,
family.
was because
Spider-Man was.
He was hated by J. Jonah Jameson. A lot of the
That's the thing.
town.
Stanley did that on purpose. He inspired him when he was a teenager. Said, what were some of the things that he went through as a teenager? Plus, he wanted younger people to grow with a character.
I know,
because he figured all the other characters are already grown up. When you meet Clark Kent for the first time, he's already a man.
Exactly.
Like they end up backtracking it and go follow his younger side. Yeah, they're all adults.
Woman, Diana.
So he's like, well, let's do one from a younger person's point of view.
Exactly.
So that's why he made Spider-Man.
I actually have a Mjolnir signed by Stan Lee. I met him in 2012 when he came here to Comic-Con.
Yeah, everyone assumed that Spider-Man was his favorite superhero. It wasn't. His favorite was the Silver Surfer.
Oh, dude, Silver. That's a great choice. Silver Surfer, Norman
Rad.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites too.
See, I like the Silver Surfer. A lot of people couldn't get into the Silver Surfer.
I love this. Dude, to me, the Silver Surfer was the Green Lantern of the Marvel universe.
He was your quintessential.
I wouldn't put him that low of a bar to say he's the Green Lantern. That's kind of insulting to the Silver Surfer.
No, absolutely insult in my opinion as well. But he was the quintessential loner.
I just mean in the cosmic sense that he was like he was the cosmic being that was the most popular. That's all I mean.
I still wouldn't put him in the same category. Silver Surfer's way higher than the Green Lantern.
Oh, I completely agree. I'm not comparing.
It's like almost you're trying to compare him to like Aquaman. It's like, oh God, why you couldn't insult the poor guy?
Well, no, because my comparison is based on where they're located, as far as where they fight their battles and stuff. I'm not comparing their power level. Obviously, Silver Surfer
object. The Silver Surfer gets his power from
no,
the
he
board.
He didn't get it from the board. No, he got it from Galactus.
No, like
Galactus
that's where he recharges his power through the board.
That's just where that's basically his chain. What Galactus chained him to.
Yeah.
That's where he gets his power through.
I mean, I think that I would have to go back and read. I don't know if he can use his powers without the board. I think he can.
Well, he has limited use of his powers without the board. See what happens is the power cosmic that flows through the board.
Yeah.
Yes. If he's not within a certain distance from the board, he loses access to a lot of his power.
Basically, it's
he also uses his board as like kind of as
so it is kind of like the Green Lantern.
Well, to a certain degree.
The Green Lantern
not really, because like I said, it's more like it's connected to Galactus. If he leaves that board, it's like his leash.
Well,
he starts to get weaker and sick.
And the Green Lantern's power comes from the planet Oa.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a planet. Galactus is a living being.
So
he actually eats planets.
Well, without the board,
is a living planet.
Surfer, but without the board, the Surfer can die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Surfer is a slave.
Yeah, he's his heralds. Exactly.
Green Lantern's free to do whatever.
No,
So-
not really, because if they don't use their power, the only way to get the ring free, they have to.
No, but I
kill
mean,
them.
like, he doesn't have a giant space entity being that's threatening to eat his whole entire planet and everyone he ever known and loved if he doesn't do what he said. It's told.
Right.
Yeah, he's basically a policeman, and like I said, I'm not trying to compare their power levels because Silver Surfer completely blows Green Lantern away. All I'm saying is that they both are spatial cosmic heroes. That's all I was trying to say. Wasn't trying to start an argument about who's more powerful or anything.
No one's
like
arguing. We're just talking.
but
it was more of a comparison.
I love both characters. Green Lantern is one of my favorite DC characters, but obviously because I love green. But that
Did you say
know,
super green?
Super Green.
Super Green.
I love the
Green.
Fifth Element. That's another underdog movie. Fifth Element.
Yeah. Dude. Fifth Element is so that used to be like, and if I still had it on DVD or something like that, every time I would get sick as a kid, that was the movie that I always watched to get better. I would
I
just
watch
watch
that
it
movie
on
all the time.
repeat.
You Kazuma, I drive him nuts because I always love that movie.
Yeah,
I have the movie.
I love
Blu-ray.
how he put that kernel in the fridge and he just freezes in there and he just
And the two cadets, whatever they
yeah,
are.
exactly, fits them all in there. And then
It's like classified as human. Nope, meat popsicle.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of people didn't know about that film. The whole entire thing was filmed in green screen. And when they finished one set, they had to quickly tear it down, recycle it to build the next. So
I can see
the
all
robot all of it. So none of
Mhm.
it got saved when the film ended, except for like a few pieces. And one of them was the mechanical pet that Emmanuel Zorg has that comes out of his desk. The thing that has like the long elephant trunk.
Yeah.
They said that Gary Oldman loved it so much. When they were going to take down the set, he told them, "You touch that, and I leave the set. That belongs to me."
Wow.
And he actually named it Picasso, so he still owns it.
That's awesome.
He's like, he wasn't going to let them tear it down, even though it's a puppet. He said he just grew attached to it, and he didn't want them to
That's
destroy
so
it.
cool. I love hearing stories like that.
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman's awesome.
He did? I thought he was still alive.
No, Gary Oldman's
No,
alive.
he's still alive.
Yeah, he's
Don't scare
alive.
me like that.
Yeah, don't say that. Gary Oldman is alive.
Knock on wood, don't jinx it.
Yeah, don't scare me like that.
We already lost the guy who played the voice for the Powerpuff Girls' dad. We don't need to lose somebody else.
Gary Oldman.
I guess he's still.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's still kicking it.
Yeah. Don't do that. To me.
Don't scare us.
Yeah,
you want to make us all
know,
like
right?
check Google right now and see if he's still
I know.
alive.
I was freaking out. I was
knows
like,
if
another
anything
one. We
happens-
lost another great one. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything that Gary Oldman wasn't exquisite in. Leon the Professional.
I seen only one film that he did was bad. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was just so boring. It was him and like these other old guys, and the whole entire thing, they're just talking through the whole movie. There's no action. There's no like suspense. And it was just them talking about politics and walking around the city having coffee, going to another cafe having coffee. It was such a boring film. It was just like, really?
I must have missed that one.
What was that?
Yeah.
Like Dark
It was
Horses?
so-
Darkest Hour or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was just so boring. And I think I really liked the film.
The Darkest Hour, isn't that the one with the aliens?
Nope.
No,
There was
it
just
came out in
people-
2019. 2017, I mean.
The Darkest
It's about
Hour,
the war.
2017. Oh yeah, okay. Is a 2017 British biographical war drama film directed by Joe Wright and written by Anthony Harton, stars
It's
Gary
about
Oldman.
World War II.
Winston, it's about Winston Churchill. Okay.
Gary
They're
Oldman
just
played
talking
Winston
to the
Churchill.
whole
I-
thing. And it's
Yeah,
just
I stay away from movies like that. I just they don't really they don't catch my attention. So, but everything else that I've seen him in is is amazing. Fifth
Yeah.
Element, Leon the Professional, The Dark Knight. I mean, he has such a long list, but I can't. They're all so good. I can't even think of all of them. But Gary Oldman.
He came out in
Oh
Hannibal.
yeah, he was in Sid and Nancy. I forgot about that.
He was in Oppenheimer, which I never saw, but obviously it won an award. The Hitman's Bodyguard, that was a good one. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Oh, you know what I didn't like him in the remake of RoboCop. Well, I mean, he was good in it, but I hated the movie.
That's not his fault.
That's not his fault.
That wasn't his bad acting or anything.
Yeah, he honestly made it watchable. He actually did a really good a really good job in that movie. But the Book of Eli, that was another one where he as an underdog story with Denzel Washington. And he plays the bad guy in that one as usual, and he plays an amazing job. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that or heard of it, but I highly recommend it.
Okay. He played a good job in it, yes, but I wasn't really a fan of that film.
I loved. Oh God, I love that movie so much. I think it's such a good movie. And then he's also in Harry Potter as Harry's uncle,
Godfather.
Yeah,
he was good. He was good in that one.
Sirius Black. Yeah, that was another good one.
It's funny how before that he did The Dark Knight and he looked so old in it, and then you see him as in Harry Potter and he looks so much younger. People are like, what did he do? Why does he look so much younger?
and he was all. I don't know if anybody was here for the Cosmic Theta Theater night where we watched Interstate 60, but he played the half leprechaun, half Cherokee Indian that grants wishes in America, and he smokes a monkey pipe. And it had Amy Smart in it. It had Amy Jo Johnson, which was the original Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. Jamie Lynn Simmons was there for that, watching it with us. And it had James Marsden, who played Cyclops in the X-Men movie. Very good movie. If anybody didn't watch it with us on that night, go and check it out. It is a very fun movie to watch. Very, very psychedelic, very
It just
fun.
reminded me of a really fun movie
What's
that
that?
me and Kaz watched not too long ago. It was hilarious, and it's an underdog film too. And that one is
Tucker and Dale.
yes, Tucker and Dale go on vacation.
Oh, Tucker and Dale going. Oh no, Tucker and Dale
This
versus
was
Evil.
a great film.
No.
No. Go on vacation. That one is
it a
so
sequel?
hilarious. I don't think so. I think you're thinking of something else.
No, there's a movie called Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yeah.
Oh, it is versus evil.
Yeah.
Is it?
Told
Okay,
you.
so here in Japan they switched the titles. That's what it is.
Told you.
Here in Japan it's
I
called
am
Go on Vacation
right.
because of the fact they buy the vacation house in the very beginning of the film. So
they go to
that's
fix
what
it
the
up.
title is here in Japan. It's called
Oh, okay.
Go on Vacation.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So we're both right. It's just they
you were
changed
talking
it
about
for
the same movie.
international. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that movie was first of all, it's one of those underrated films where a lot of people didn't even hear about it.
Oh no,
until it was already out, and
Yeah.
it was just so funny. Like it's a really good film.
And another one is John Dies at the End. That's another one I think y'all should check out. It's a very fun movie. And Odd Thomas. I don't know if y'all have heard of that one, but Dracula is another one with Gary Oldman, and I would call that an underdog story as well for all the characters, even Dracula. It's an
Bram
underdog.
Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, exactly. So I would probably end with that. I think Dracula is DJ Play
Give me a
Nice
second. I'll be right back.
brings it up right here. Dracula.
Oh, he mentioned
definitely-
Dracula when we were talking about Gary Oldman films. That's when he mentioned the Dracula.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to save it for last, because it's definitely a great movie, and Gary Oldman is definitely someone that deserves to be saved best for last. So
did you know, like, when he was filming that, he gave Winona Ryder, like, he scared the living daylights out of her.
Oh yeah.
So she was scared to do a lot of the scenes. She was already intimidated by him because he was one of her favorite actors. So she's like, "Oh my god, I get to work with him." But then she's like, because of how intense he was in the scenes and like rehearsal, he would scare her. So she was just like, "I can't mess up my lines because I want to carry him."
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a great place to end it for the night, and we'll go ahead and let everybody.
Tony's here. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Hope you're doing well. We are going to go around the horn and plug everybody's channel. What is this? Is this
Kazima?
Oh, I was trying to set up an icon for when I had to turn off my camera, but that.
Okay. Well, Kazuma, do you want to plug a channel?
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Kazuma Draken. I play various odd games here and there. Where I do a bunch of series playthroughs, like I just with Osaka. We just did the Silent Hill F, and then we're currently actually recording Silent Hill 2, which my editors
the remake or the original.
The remake.
The remaster.
I need to finish
the fact
beating
that they changed some of the stuff, so we modded it, and it kind of broke the game to the point where I had to mod it more.
Silent Hill is literally one of my favorite horror game series ever. It probably is my favorite, honestly.
I played every single one of them.
I have too. Yeah.
And so, like, for the new one, the remake, what we didn't like about it is the character Maria. They modified her so she looks old and she dresses like she's a politician. And we didn't like that because she's a stripper. She would never wear that. So why did they change it? They changed it because she's too scantily clad. Blah blah blah. She's not scantily clad in the original one. She just shows her tummy and her belly, her butterfly tattoo. But she's still covered. It's not like she's walking around in just a bra or something. But the thing is, her character is a stripper. So you're not going to see her dressed like she's, vote for me, I'm running for president kind of outfit. So why did they put her in that in a new game? I don't know. And then they gave her an old lady Hillary Clinton type face. And she's supposed to be pretty.
So we had to mod everything to make her actually look more attractive. And also to fix some of the other characters that run around in the game because what's
Angela.
The guy from X-Files? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the girl, Angela.
On Angela's.
So
we had to make
she looks
her
like David
an
Duchovny.
actual lady. And one of the things is actually, I have a editor that's been working on all the files for me. And one of the things that we catch every time when we're playing is like our ADD or brains just kick in because we'll be playing, running around the city, and a random trash bag just flies along, and we just stare at the trash bag like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's too funny.
Yeah, they're not uploaded yet, but they're going to be uploaded as soon as everything's done.
Yeah, cool.
Because it's like you're running around the city. He's getting scared, like because the monsters keep jumping out of nowhere, and then we're trying to figure out where to go, and you can't see because it's so foggy. And then all of a sudden, a plastic bag goes flying by, so we just stop suddenly watching this bag. We're like, "Did you just see that?" We're like, yeah, that was a plastic bag just flew by us. Like, where did that come from?
Awesome. Kazuma, do you want to put your link in the private chat, and I'll put the link for everybody to go and check out your channels.
Sure, I'll put it in a second.
All right, and Osaka, I have your link, so you don't need to do that. But go ahead and plug your channel.
So on my channel, I make music. I tell ghost stories, Japanese urban legends, random facts about Japan, and just any random things people might like. Say, hey, can you do this? So I do that. It's a politician or political free channel, so there's no politics stuff in there at all. But it's great. Around like Halloween times, I'll tell like the most scary stories around then. So yeah, feel free to check it out, and you can just sit back and relax and listen to my music that I write. So yay!
Awesome. All right, let me get this real quick.
Do you need my link?
No. I put it in the chat.
Okay.
I'm trying to find another link.
Because I just see my name. It's like, huh? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Done. And we have KJ Cowboy Dan. What's going on with you?
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here. I had a lot of fun talking about underdog movies. So I have Cowboys and Kings with King. Hopefully, we're going to be starting back up this week. We had to take a week off. I was kind of down due to some allergies, and also King was dealing with some mic trouble, so we took a week off. So hopefully, we're back up on Friday with our next episode. And I don't have the thumbnail handy, otherwise I'd pop it up for us. But we are going to be talking about uncredited actors in film. We're going to start off with the one of our favorite uncredited actors, and he was not necessarily in film when we learned about him, but he was introducing our films at the beginning of the movies. He was the in the world guy. And we're going to be talking about him and several other actors, voice actors, and reasons why they didn't want to be credited, or they weren't credited, or for some reason they just had that little picture that was in the yearbook when you missed out on your photo day. So we're going to be trying to talk about that this weekend, this Friday, assuming everything goes according to plan. And that's pretty much just about it.
Cool. Sounds good, man. And as for me, if you let me, okay, I clicked the wrong button. All right. If y'all want to explore hidden lore and ambiguous endings, ambiguous plot threads for TV shows, film, cartoons, TV shows, comic books, literature, and anime, and also explore any theories that I come up with that have any connective tissues that might connect universes together that might not have actually been meant to be connected. Come to my new channel that I'm trying to build up, Nerd Archaeology. The one that you're on right now is my live streaming channel. Trying to build up a channel for just videos, pre-recorded videos, theories. So if you want to learn how real storytelling is crafted with scientific evidence, science, on-screen plot threads, bold cross franchise theories, with a little cinematic magic along the way, since I am a magician, professional magician, that is. Subscribe if you want to think deeper, rediscover what gave stories soul, and learn how great storying is actually built. Please go ahead and follow my link and give me a subscription over there. And if you like my content over here where it's monetized, you feel free to become a member over here. I'm going to start doing some live streams, teaching how to do some basic magic tricks that you can fool your friends with that are all self-working. You don't have to really learn anything other than just keeping track of certain, things. And if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and become a member at any level. And at the highest levels, I will be doing a giveaway for some of my Transformers in the next couple months. So I hope that I'll see you around, and please follow me on my new channel. Give me, let's get up to 200 and go from there and see how it works out. I'm about to be posting 2 new videos on my new channel, Nerd Archaeology. And it's going to be, one is going to be about the Masters of the Universe and how I believe that the original Masters of the Universe 87 movie with Dolph Lundgren would explain a lot on how they got to Earth in the new movie, how everything works, who the original King Grayskull is, or maybe King Randor. I know that in the movie they're using another actor for King Randor, but they could always use Dolph Lundgren as the original King Grayskull, since they never call him Adam in the original movie. But we're not going to get into that. I'm saving it for the video, talking about Skeletor, talking about everything that goes along with Masters of the Universe. And then we're also going to be doing a video releasing the top 10 scientific technologies that have been invented through TV, movies, and stuff like that, which we already did a live stream on, but I'm going to be making a video on that and editing it and putting it together for y'all. So I hope that y'all had a good time tonight. I know I did. It was a great conversation on all this stuff. It really took off. So I really appreciate everybody joining in. And it was a great discussion, everybody. Thank you so much, Kazuma, Osaka. Thank you, Miss Sparkles. Thank you, Stupinzo. Thank you, everybody, for dropping in. Thank you, KG Cowboy Dan, for being here and being my moderator and making sure everything
Miss Sparkles,
goes
if
good.
you're listening, you were lovely.
Yeah, Miss Sparkles is always lovely. She is amazing. She's one of the best out there. Everybody's amazing. I'm blessed to have the people around me that I do. I can't thank y'all enough for the love and support that y'all give. I don't deserve it, and I'm thankful for it every second of every day. Everybody, thank you so much. Din of Tim's Studio is here. I know her. Since I believe this is the first time I've seen you here, I'm going to give you the first timers welcome.
Huh. First time?
All right. Thank you for being here, everybody. I hope y'all had a good time tonight. And until next time, until next transmission, that is, preserve the lore because the dig will never end. Thank you for being here.